Got it. All right. And Geth, will you give us a recap of what just happened?
All right, so last session,
I swear to God, if you say heroically one time about your character.
I wasn't gonna start off like that. Last session, we went through with our plan to try and break into Egren's house to try and talk to him so we wouldn't have to confront Zeba and Egren at the same time. We devised a plan where Colby would try and sneak into the house while the rest of the party snuck in through the front with Geth disguised as Zeba. Change of plans, Egren was trying to break out of the house. Colby managed to catch up, and then Egren and Aerith went back to the house. Egren invited the rest of us in, and we all had a big old dinner that may or may not have been drugged. Whatever it was, it caused us to hallucinate, where we got into some pretty difficult fights. We lost Zahn, which threw everyone for a fucking emotional loop. And then we woke up after we got completely decimated by a dragon. And last thing we know is Geth and Aerith ran to the dining room only to discover Egren's dead body.
Wait, there was a dragon?
Dragon?
It's in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, the last thing says bite, 23 piercing damage. Honestly, it's only an okay roll.
All three of those hit me and completely mutilated me. So thanks for that.
Also, if you're wondering,
anybody see that 30 roll for attack there?
Yeah, but then the
That's
damage
plus 16 to hit.
on the damage, you rolled 2 nat 1s for the damage. That's the lowest damage it could have dealt was 11. 2 nat 1s.
Oh, and then we have to scroll up a little bit farther. It rolled 16 d10 to kill me and
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And you all took all of that damage.
Colby,
So
that's hard.
Yep.
that is hardcore dead. That killed you like 5 times, which is pretty cool.
With ease, bro. Damn.
All right. So Geth gave us a nice recap. Does anybody have anything to add before we jump in?
Oh, it's good to be back, folks.
It's good to have
Yeah,
you.
it's nice to have you. Okay. So Geth, you rush into the room and you see Egren lying dead on the ground. Can you give me a perception check? Yeah. So you notice, first off, Egren's mouth is completely stained red. He's surrounded by numerous bottles of that wine that you guys were drinking. And then on the table, you see the dinner that you guys had finished. And that's been eaten. The plates are all still there. And at the edge of the table, the bottom left edge near where he's sitting, you see a stack of 3 papers and another bottle of wine empty and laid down on its side there, and a pen next to those letters.
Also, sorry, Aerith, you were following, correct?
I think so.
So I'll put you in the hallway as well.
Geth sees Egren's body and just kind of like stares at it, and then looks to the hallway towards Aerith and tells him to come help him.
Aerith comes on a corner, sees the body, and just goes, "What did you do?"
Geth just kind of waves a comment away. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He was alive last we saw him. I don't know what to do.
Guys, and I called the others so they can also see this.
Yeah, y'all are free to move your character tokens because we're not in any combat or anything like that.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say this might be a problem.
I concur.
So, considering we were the last one scene with him, and he's he's not breathing. So yeah. The letter.
There's these papers right here. Do I need to roll anything to know what those papers are?
No. Are you gonna pick them up and look at them?
Yeah.
He just said that. You're good. There's just light shining in. There's a
Yeah,
door, so.
they're just three pieces of paper. There's a pen next to them. There are two opened letters, and then there's one that's sealed with a stamp, like one of those wax seals, and it says Path Sarkon on the front.
I'll put it in the chat.
But
Okay.
there are two open, and you'll recognize one of those letters as the letter that you've been carrying for the past
Okay.
month and a half, however long it's been.
Just over a month, yeah.
Okay. I am very curious. I want you to read that letter.
Okay, Hank, which
It is
Which-
even lionless letter.
no the other, it's that one.
Yep.
Before
okay.
before he goes through with reading it, I'm gonna cast guidance on him, just in case he has to make any sort of like saving throws.
Okay.
I'm very okay.
Yep, and that is
Okay.
for all of you guys to read. I'm gonna assume Aerith reads it out loud to everyone. Actually, Aerith, you want to read it out loud to everyone?
Sure, why not?
Sorry, my bad. I should have just done it to Aerith.
No, I like the idea of him reading it out loud.
All right, dear Mr. Lionless, we have heard word of your adventures and are highly impressed. We decided you were the perfect candidate for a mission of the utmost importance. You see, there's an item hidden in a cave somewhere near the volcanoes on the southern tip of Vikna. This item would greatly aid us in accomplishing some of our many ambitious goals here in Naren. As such, we will pay you handsomely for retrieving this item and delivering it to us. Now we understand if you are not actually a brave or strong enough adventurer to follow through in this mission, but if you happen to not be a wimp, then your help will be much appreciated. We can guarantee you further renown, gold, land, titles, and anything else your mind seeks, but the item must be returned to us in perfect condition. If you would like to take on this mission, we hope for your success. If we hear nothing back, we will assume you decided to err on the side of cowardice, and we will request the help of other more qualified adventurers. The choice is yours. Thank you kindly and best of luck, Jareth P. Oblong, leader of the Church of Saloon. Saloon?
Yep.
Branch of Nairn. And like,
So someone was trying to commission him to go and fetch an item from a volcano.
yes, and do we know the Church of Saloon, or do we need to roll for that?
Would I know, Hank?
Christian Brockus definitely would not. The rest of you, it's Colby, you want to make like a history check for me?
I can do that.
History or religion, I think.
Yeah,
whichever you-
and Zahn, you as well are welcome to do that. A
I
separate.
did history first, because that's the first one I saw.
That works.
Okay. What's the roll? 9.
9, and then Zahn as well gets to roll. Yeah,
Zahn.
that's 7.
Wow.
Okay. You guys, I mean, you would know vaguely, just being from Nairn.
Yeah.
You would know that Saloon is
Yep.
the
Very good.
is the goddess of life. That's
Okay.
about the extent of what you know about Saloon
Okay.
in there.
We've learned something. Okay, so goddess of life. She's not gonna like this body.
I'm not sure what
And Marshall, Geth, can you roll me insight as well? Being you're from Nairn and a religious man, you should know something. Give me an insight check.
Hey.
Here we go.
Yeah, so you know that in certain churches, not not necessarily your own, but in certain churches, it's less about worshiping some god or worshiping some ideals, and it's more a pursuit of power. And these are organizations that are very powerful. Like think, the Catholic Church. They're almost political. They're political entities at times. Not all of them, and I'm not saying necessarily Saloon is, but they're just that not all churches are purely in search of like forwarding their religion and their god. Oftentimes these are large organizations that operate like governments or things like that.
Okay, so we just know that this particular sect of Saloon has a possibility of being in the pursuit of power.
Yeah, you don't know specifically, but you recognize that is a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's not unreasonable to think what they promised you, especially with them sending you here, they have some level of wealth behind them. Is not an unreasonable thing to assume.
Yeah.
Well, what should we do about the body?
Well, this guy is kind of a hero here. So if they catch us being the only people in the house when he happened to die, they will probably crucify us.
I feel like we have to be honest.
I also feel like we have to be honest. We haven't.
Not coming from a moral standpoint, but like if they know that we didn't do it, and if we leave, we'll look way more guilty than if we come forward and say, "Hey, this man died while we was partying. We didn't know what the fuck happened." That's my reasoning.
I feel like we're gonna look pretty guilty either way.
Earth, I see your face. However, I know in this instance that this is the best solution to what we have for this problem that we are now faced with.
Okay, these guards outside, these are not like city guards. These are not like, objective seekers of justice. These are private guards hired specifically to protect him.
I'll go and I will talk to the guards if you are, how can I put this, cowardly.
Oh, that was good. Bring it back to the letter. A wimp.
I would prefer to say not stupid, but if you're that trusting, feel free.
Hear me out. We might also be able to use the guards as somewhat collateral, because they were in charge of protecting Egrin, but they allowed us in because Egrin allowed us in. So with Egrin being dead, that also puts part of the blame on them. So we might be able to reason with them.
Let's get it. I'll go.
Okay. Colby, make sure before we move on, you put the 2 letters that you found in your inventory.
Oh, do you want me to put anything specific for him or just put letters?
Yeah, put 2 letters in your inventory.
Okay. Okay. Before we go out and talk to the guards, what was on the end of the table whenever we walked in, like around the letters? Like how is the scene described again?
So you walked in. Bia, you okay if I say it? You can say it if you want, but
Go for it.
so you walk in and you see 3 different sheets of paper on top of each other. 2 of those ended up being opened letters, and one was that closed letter signed to Path Sarkon. Then there's a bottle of the wine that you drank last night, knocked on a side empty, and then a pen for writing.
Okay.
I want that bottle of wine.
It's empty, but
Wait, no, never mind.
Um,
I'm pretty sure they can find someone who, find out if it's poison. I mean, not like forensics or anything, but I'm pretty sure they can find
Some of the bottles on the ground, there's a half empty one on the ground. Probably his final bottle he didn't finish. So there's some liquid left in it.
Okay, we definitely need to tell the guards, but at the same time, we might want to hide the fact that he was either reading or writing a letter, specifically because we will have to come into contact with the Ziba if we take this course of action, and if we try and tell him that we went behind his back so he could read the letter, we probably need to try and cover that up a bit. So Geth is going to go and grab the pen. Is there any sort of like inkwell around it, or is it just the pen?
Yeah, it's usable.
Well, I mean,
Like
like,
you can write with it.
well, I mean, like, is there like a separate inkwell like around the papers or where they were, or is it just the pen?
Yeah, that there would be. That's where he wrote the letters, presumably. So
Okay. So Geth is gonna
yeah,
take
there's an inkwell.
and the inkwell. We need to find a place to put these that doesn't look inconspicuous. Rather than at the edge of the table with no papers. If I look at the like the inkwell or the pen, are there any like obvious wine stains or any food stains on it?
You can't really tell. It's like well, I guess no, the pen is a feather, and the feather is stained red from the wine. So yeah.
In that case, I'm going to pocket the feather for the time being. But we need to find a place to put the inkwell that's not by the table. Are those
Just
bookshelves?
know when I'm getting my game face on.
Are these bookshelves?
I'm sorry, Colby. Make sure you add the third letter as well to your inventory, the sealed one.
Yeah, if you
I
grab
forgot
it.
that
I mean, yeah.
I get you.
Are you talking about the bookshelves back in the living room?
Yeah.
Wrecked. The entire living room is wrecked, by the way, you guys. Like everything is shredded. The books are torn apart. All the couches are wrecked. Like that room doesn't look like it does on the map. It's absolutely torn apart. It looks like it did at the end of last session, which I'm gonna just Brendan just moved us there. Perfect, Brendan. This is what it looks like.
But they were bookshelves at one
They
point.
were at one point, but they're not anymore.
In that case, Geth is going to run back into the living room real quick and dump the inkwell across the floor and then throw it and shatter it on the ground just away from the bookshelf.
Okay.
Okay.
So wait, let me get that. So you've poured the ink all over the ground and then shattered it by you've thrown it kind of into the bookshelf area.
Just to kind of like add to
Okay.
In this area, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the inkwell's gone. I have the pen in my pocket or in my bag or whatever we use to hold all of our shit. I think it's safe to go and talk to the guards now. I'm not really sure.
Good luck, friends.
Wait, Brock, are you already heading out?
He's right here.
Okay. I'm definitely going to cast guidance on you. 100%.
At this point, you guys hear a loud banging on the door.
Damn. Where's the? I'm gonna be there.
Okay, give me 1 second.
The door is right here.
Right
Okay.
there.
I'm gonna cast guidance. Okay, you're good.
All right. I open the door.
Hey, we understand you were partying with Egrin last night, but we need him to get to the theater right now.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
What does
we woke up and he's not breathing.
what the come with me. Show me. Lead the way.
Look. Is he behind me?
And can you give me a yeah, there are three guards behind you. I can Hank, if you
Yeah, I got
them
him.
to the-
I'll throw him on. Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
And actually Baracus, could you give me a performance check for that crying?
I sure can.
That was a performance. Yeah, give me a performance check for that.
Yeah, run it. It's
We've granted
time.
performance checks.
Yeah, what happened last time y'all made a performance check? I think a mayor got kidnapped or something like that.
So,
Yeah.
Where's that?
And the guards are going to come in the door and kind of usher all of you forward. They don't want people behind them.
My God.
Yeah, okay.
Christian, roll a
Okay,
D4.
they don't want anyone behind them. So Geth, go up the stairs. They're
Well, what?
Christian, can you roll a D4 real quick?
I sure can.
For
My
the
God.
guidance, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ah, shit. That is terrible.
The shot.
Well, I mean, that 7 really might have got you, but that 8,
That could have saved me.
Ugh. Mother. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, lead the way.
All right. Look at him.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I know.
What did you do?
We didn't do anything. I swear.
Geth steps forward and places his hand on Baracus' shoulder. He looks a little teary-eyed. I can assure you we did nothing. We partied a little too hard last night. Everything was going swell. We ate food. We had drinks. Next thing I know, I'm having these strange visions of dragons and monsters that I hardly ever encountered in my life. And next thing I know, I'm waking up. The living room is a mess. My friends are strewn across the floor, and we come into the dining room and we find Egrin here on the floor.
Fuck. Well, you're gonna understand that we can't just let you go.
Of course.
You're gonna have to come with us. You're gonna have to come with us and answer for this.
That's fine.
Fuck. Okay. We'll have somebody come get his body, and we will they'll examine it for try to determine his cause of death. But yeah, you're gonna have to come with me or come with us.
I only give the half drunken bottle of wine.
You're gonna give them the half drunken bottle of wine.
Mhm.
I mean, it looks like it was alcohol poisoning. Why are you handing me this?
Well, I mean, maybe it was poisoned.
Were you all not also drinking?
Well, I mean, he gave us all one bottle, but I mean, that could have been his personal stash.
This is getting more curious. All right, you're gonna have to follow us. Come on.
Okay.
He'll take the bottle from you, and then they'll lead you out. Are you all going to follow them?
Yes.
Okay. We don't have to move all the characters. We'll just assume you follow.
apparently.
And they're gonna take you. We'll just go back to I'll just take you back to the mock page. And so now they're gonna take you guys to over in this direction to the kind of the keep, and they're gonna put you in a holding cell down below the castle. They'll ask for your weapons when you get down there before they put you in the cell.
It's fine.
Okay.
This is going great. Love the diplomacy route.
Hey, hey,
Are you all gonna give up your
Yes.
weapons?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Not Aerith over there, but I do. I got spells.
So did everyone give up like their weapons easily? Like all of them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The morning star.
Okay. Yeah, they'll put you in the cell, lock it up, and then you guys are the only ones down there right now. You're in this kind of your prototypical dank dungeon, right? There's a holding cell that they've put all of you into, and it's about max capacity for the 4 of you. there's one guard kind of stationed at the end of the room, and in this room there are about 4 holding cells. And so he's just going to kind of be stationed at this door that leads to a hallway, which ultimately leads back up and then into the rest of the castle.
Okay.
So you guys are down there right now.
Oh. Could be worse.
What is Aerith doing right now?
I need to know.
Aerith is in the corner. Aerith is pissed off because he tried to raise objections and kind of got railroaded, and they didn't even let Zahn speak. Aerith is very upset that this was just kind of decided upon without deliberation. And he's also hella not happy about being in a cell.
No idea.
You know, I remember the story about, you know, you taking a mayor hostage. If I could recall, I would have
and they kept us from being in this situation, did it not?
I mean, I would have preferred, you know, not having to go that route
I would have
again.
preferred not being in the cell. We don't get what we want.
Geth steps between them and then places a hand on Aerith's shoulder. It may not seem like it's worth it now, but we probably shouldn't repeat the actions that we did back on Yargos. We are in a much more dangerous area, military-wise, so it would be a lot harder to get away with anything we would try to do.
We could have just simply left. I'm not holding anyone hostage this time. And I shrug his hand off my shoulder. Now we're in a cell, unarmed, in a place where we know no one, after we tried to use magic to sneak into a now dead man's house. How is this going to turn out in our favor?
We'll just have to wait and see and take things one
A
step.
lot of negativity.
Very well thought out, yes.
It may seem like a bad idea right now, but we are honestly a lot safer right now than we would be if we would.
On the run.
Yes, unarmed in a cell, as safe as one can be.
It's better than
Zahn, what are you doing right now? While the 3 of them are bickering.
we are.
Yeah, so Zahn's pretty tired at this point.
Here.
So he's just kind of sitting in the corner, listening, trying to figure out, you know, honestly, he misses the guys at the Yellow Dog. He could really go for their, outlook right now. And so he just really wants to get out of there, but he doesn't know what to do, and he's kind of too tired to fight about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, as soon as they stop bothering him, Eric's going to try to go to sleep because I'm assuming we did not get much sleep.
Stop for that.
You got none, oddly enough.
Yeah. And you will ultimately be down there for at least a short rest. A short rest passes, so you guys can take the benefits from that. So after this first hour, you know, you've been down there for an hour. What are you thinking? What if they decide to keep you here for forever? They just keep you down here.
Y'all were found with a dead body.
We can escape. We can escape. This
We could have escaped before being put in the cell.
and we could be on the run currently. So
Yeah,
there's
we could.
and chased by 1,000
Why do you
dogs.
think that's the better one? They would never know. We could have very easily just, burn the house down on our way out and leave no evidence. And then what would they do?
Seen with this man. They would assume that we did it off that alone.
Well, yes, then why did we confess and just walk into their holding cell? They're going to think it's us either way, but you're like, oh, we'll just be nice and they'll think it's not us.
So they can think it's us, or they can
They're going to think it's either way. You said it yourself.
Aerith, can you give me an insight check? We'll call it. Yeah, we'll say an insight check.
Insight.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Another hour passes, and then another, and then another, and you guys end up being down there for about 12 hours. It takes it's by this point afternoon, late afternoon, and a guard is going to come down, and he's going to say, the prefect wants to see you. That you are becoming minor celebrities in this town, but the prefect needs to see you.
So I'm assuming we didn't
So-
level up during that. Or did we?
No, you didn't. It wasn't like an overnight sleep, and it's not going to be a restful sleep. You guys are in a cell. There's no bed, not comfortable beds.
You're on hay.
Yeah,
Okay. Comfortable?
you can have short rests, but ultimately you're not going to be able to get rest down there. Good enough
That's-
rest.
So are we being
Um,
the cell now?
what?
Are we being led out of the cell?
Yeah, they're going to be. So there's the guard that was at the door, and then two more guards are going to come down, summon you, and you're going to be led by three guards, back up out of the cell, like area.
As we're being led out, Geth is gonna lean down and whisper to Aerith again. Try and have some faith in us.
It's so little in me.
Okay. So the guards will take you up, and you're going to enter kind of a big hall, with you're going to enter a big hall, and then at the end of it, there's a room, and you're going to enter into kind of an office. And it's a nice office, bookshelves and seats and stuff. And you're going to enter in, sitting in the big seat behind the desk is going to be a very a round, fairly red-faced man with a big mustache. He's bald, and he's probably about, I don't know, 5'2". He's a Santa Claus looking kind of guy. And he's gonna say, "Hello, my name is Paf Sarkhan. I am the prefect of Mock, and you have a story to tell me. What happened?"
Well, we were partying, and we're having a great time all night. We ate and we drank, and might have. I don't know how to explain it, but when we woke up, he was dead.
When you say when you woke up, you fell asleep and he was still partying?
He said that he was going to, I guess, continue drinking or continue on without us. And when we woke up, he was dead.
Yeah, he had a knack for partying.
Geth is gonna step forward a little bit at this point. Just out of curiosity, does he have a history with any sort of hallucinogenics or anything along those lines?
I wouldn't be surprised. He had a bit of a drug problem and had a way he managed to get whatever he wanted, and whenever he wanted. I'm not sure. We really, as the government, tried to crack down on drugs pretty much just to maintain our theater program and keep him alive. Clearly, that hasn't worked. You weren't providing him drugs, were you?
Oh, of
You-
course not.
I mean, you came into town randomly. he let you stay at his home, and now he shows up drugged and dead. It seems reasonable. It's not beyond reason that you are the ones that brought drugs into his home.
I admit, from an outsider's perspective, it does seem a little odd, but we weren't brought here on accident. We were actually accompanying a captain as he was trying to deliver a shipment of sake from the Regis Red X distillery back in Holyhead on Yargos. We actually ended up going to see Mr. Lionless in action on stage when the theater was attacked by a boar, which is how Egrin came to know us. He ran into our companion, and I gesture over to Aerith. My companion ran into Egrin last night, and we were all invited over so we could explain our story, why we were here. He seemed very enthralled in our story up until this point. Offered us food, offered us drink, continued to press us for drinks, and continued to offer them. And like my fellow Barakas here said, we woke up. We just woke up. 1 minute we were in the living room, next we were in, 1 minute we were in the dining room, the next we were in the living room. Everything was thrown into chaos. We rushed to the dining room and Egrin was lying on the ground, dead.
Mm-hmm.
But I can assure you, we were not the ones to supply him drugs, nor alcohol, nor not even food. He was the one to offer us any sort of sustenance we had last night.
But you sound very genuine. I'm having trouble not trusting you, but you understand the position that I'm in. Our local celebrity turns up dead. He's in a house that with only you outsiders to the town, and he shows up dead. And you have to understand, Egrin was a dear friend of mine as well. This is hard for me, and it's going to be hard for our town. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to keep you in our prison, at least until we do our due diligence and check his body, determine what might have killed him, and then determine whether or not you all were at fault. So to do that, we are going to have to search you. Mm-hmm. We took your weapons, but we're going to have to take everything else you have. So my guards here will collect your possessions.
But sir, before you, or I step forward, before you begin, we found this next to Egrin, and I pull out the letter addressed to him.
You just thought to bring that up?
Well, your guards never asked. They just showed us to a cell, and my companion.
They needed to ask if you had a letter.
We were new to town. We did not know it was addressed to you. We did not know the name of the prefect, and I fully intended to bring it.
Okay, very, very well, very well.
Mm-hmm.
Let me. Yeah, he'll open it up, and you'll see. I'm sorry, 1 second. I gotta. I think we're. It's under
current session.
Sorry, I got it. He'll read it, and you see that he looks suspicious of it, just like he's looking suspicious of you. But he as soon as he opens it, and you can see he reads a little bit. He gives kind of a surprised look, and then more seriously focuses on the letter. He reads through it. 1 second. Oh. And he'll fold it up. did he mention anything to you about this being his final night?
Huh?
Or yesterday being his final night? Did he mention anything to you? He didn't seem off or in any way?
Well, I'm not so sure about off, but he did seem
fine.
rather frantic when he was offering us drinks. We tried to converse with him a couple of times, and he kept just pushing the alcohol and the food that he had prepared on us. We're not, again, not certain about off, since we've no prior
Experience.
Interaction.
Here, I'm going to hand you this, and I'll let you I'll let you read it. It's curious to me, but this I do trust that this was from Egrin. Sorry, I'm gonna share it with you guys in a second. I do trust that this is from Egrin. But he yeah, this is curious.
Wow.
Geth kind of like clears his throat and looks up at say his name's Path.
Yep.
He looks up at Path and simply says, "I'm very dearly sorry for your loss."
Yeah, I am too. I suppose the city will begin to work out the details of transferring the Lionless Manor to you. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm very confused, and I'm at a loss right now. And as he's wrapping up, and you can see he's like kind of trailing off, thinking. There's going to be there's going to be a knock on the door, and a soldier is going to kind of rush in.
Yeah, you see this kind of chubby soldier, in nice words, sprinting in, and he runs straight up to him.
Yes.
Favorite.
They're here, sir.
Ah,
The battalion.
yes.
I ran from the.
All right. Yeah. Just go. Thank you. I'll meet with them. I'll meet with them momentarily. Thank you.
And he sprints out of the room. He rolls. I don't. You want?
I suppose that you are free to go now. Yeah, we'll be in touch. We will be in touch. This is a curious situation. But I need you to go. I must meet with the battalion from Hyrax not Hyrax, sorry. From
Not Hyrax.
From
Important to note, not Hyrax.
Hessen.
Hessen.
That just moved in. So I'll see you off. Thank you.
Do we get our weapons and such back?
Yeah, my guards will reunite you with your equipment.
Greedy.
Before we depart, are we allowed entrance back into the Lionless estate? We have lodgings at the moment, and we would completely understand if you would prefer us go there for the time being. but
Yeah, until we have conducted our search, I'd ask that you stay out, but I suppose it is your property, so you are allowed, but and for the sake of justice and it might help ease our concerns about you if you just let us conduct our business in there, and I will inform
Understood.
you within the week that you're allowed to go back.
thank you very much. I guess we
Yeah, you can.
I guess we turn around and walk out now.
And Aerith, will you give me one more insight check?
Insight. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you leave the castle.
Bridget wants me to notice something so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Aerith's just not very aware of doesn't understand emotions well. Doesn't understand people really in general, I think is what I'm getting from Aerith.
Oh wow.
What gives you that impression?
This is slight proficiency in the minor shit.
Okay, so at this point you're standing outside the castle. It's late afternoon. You guys are really fucking tired. And you just found out that Egrin has gifted you his manor and the gold in his chest.
This is why we don't fucking run, Aerith. And I
We are far from out of this.
and I
Now a
pushed him.
battalion here. There's still an investigation.
The girls are fighting.
I didn't hear what he said.
I said the girls are fighting.
Oh no, I did. I'll assume it's funny.
He
Okay.
said the girls are
It'd
fighting.
be funnier if you were gay.
It would be.
Good, Marsh.
It would be funny if I was.
Geth just kind of turns towards everyone. I say we get a drink. I feel
Don,
like
how much
we're
money?
all-
I say we go to sleep.
That too. Also very important, but I feel like we deserve a non-spiked or like a non-tampered with drink from our good buddies down at the Yellow Dog.
I'm ready to evolve, but that's
I'm ready to evolve. I keep forgetting that still needs to be done.
The wings just like morph into his back.
Ugh.
All right, so you guys gonna head to the Yellow Dog?
yes.
On Eric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. What if we get, what if we're ostracized or whatever from the townspeople? They think we killed him.
Our presence in the bar should be enough to at least let them know that we have the prefect on our side. Because without his say, we would definitely not be in that bar, especially if the whole town knows. So hopefully that'll get us by.
You have a point, but let's keep our guard up regardless,
Oh, definitely.
and try not to get in any bar fights. Speaking of myself, of course.
Mhm.
What was that, Zon?
I chuckled.
Oh, okay.
No, I just.
I chuckled.
All right. Yeah, so you guys are headed to the Yellow Dog then. You'll walk in and it is Hank, what day is it? Saturday?
It is a Saturday, late afternoon, early evening. It's getting late, and you guys have been up for like 48 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's a Saturday. The Yellow Dog is bumping. And you guys you'll walk in and it's kind of like that, like a record scratch.
Yep.
Like it stops. Everybody's kind of gonna turn, and you'll get a lot of surprised looks. Mostly, I think a surprise is probably the biggest. The most prominent look that you see. definitely confusion, and there are a few angry stares as well.
I have a quick question for you.
For yeah.
For you. No, for you.
Okay.
How expensive are these drinks?
Oh no.
A drink is, I just have to check it real quick.
Y'all haven't paid for drinks yet. Someone bought your drink last time you were here because you traded
shit,
your
you're
Yeah.
shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, people buy you guys drinks pretty frequently.
It's true. You broke bitches.
But that you might. I hope you enjoyed those. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's like two silver pieces for a pint. Here.
That was good.
Oh no, never mind. Seems like there's a lot of people.
When you guys walk in, Sten is gonna see you. He's gonna say, "Hey, you four. Hey, why don't you come over here? Say hi to your buddy Sten." And he's gonna kind of pull you to a some of the only open seats on the bar, kind of at the end of the bar. There's definitely people within earshot, but you're not in the middle of a crowd. Everybody's still, they can't keep their eyes off of you. You're getting glances. And you say, hey, you guys being here might not be the best for business. What happened?
Well, to put it short, we partied, and when we woke up, he was no longer with us. Yeah.
Way to give a non-special explanation.
Fino.
Shit,
Fino.
what's up, man? Yeah. Shit, you
So
guys.
I know. Our homies over here are claiming that they partied with Egrin, and that he was that they, when they woke up, he was dead. Yeah. How do you feel about that? Because
Fuck, but like,
I don't know.
y'all said you'd bring him back here, though. Sorry, that's not important right now.
Yeah, come on, no, dude.
I just
So we heard from from a guard that was over there. He busted in. He actually didn't come to this bar that don't generally, but we heard from some patrons at the Brass Duck, which also came over to the Yellow Dog. Some buddies that kind of hop between the two. But we heard that there was a group of weird fellows,
it's like
which
y'all got
we deduced probably y'all, that they killed Egrin Lionless. And so,
like, how'd
yeah.
you do it? I guess is our question, right?
Yeah.
That's where you were going.
No,
yeah, how did you do it?
Like a knife? Or
No, we didn't.
You did what? Not a knife, then like a sword.
We did not kill him.
Yeah, with a sword. So then, like, you hit him.
Geth is gonna step forward and clear his throat. He's like, "Can I be frank with you guys?"
Yeah, sorry. Is that
Yeah.
like your middle name or something?
No, but that'd be so cool, wouldn't it?
I guess.
Frank's a pretty cool name. No, it was a pretty rough night for all of us, not gonna lie. See, we showed up to Egrin's because he told us that we could like drink and eat with him, and he had prepared this whole roast for us. Like, God, it was the fucking best roast. But like at some point, everything just kind of goes black. Like, when you just kind of like look up into the stars, and then like the stars aren't there, and
like with clouds.
Kind of, but no clouds either. It's just like black, that happened. And then we just woke up. That's it. We weren't even in the same room as Egrin when we woke up. We just like, this fucking thing was on top of me. And he points to a sign. This was on top of me, and the room was a mess. Like, the fucking bookcases were all over the floor. And it's like
Oh,
that's not where bookcases go, dude.
No, fuck bookcases.
No, that's
right?
not where
Fuck
they
books.
go.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Nah, but like I promise you, we didn't do it. We partied, and I guess Egrin said it was time for him to dip out.
Dog, we've all been there, dog.
Okay.
I can't say
Alright.
we haven't been there, dog.
All right. So look. I dig you. I believe you. Yeah, I don't know that my homies in here are gonna believe you though. Actually, you know
They
what?
fucking hate you.
I got you. Yeah, they do. They do. But I'm gonna, hey, homies in the bar. These guys say they didn't do it. So I think I believe them, but yeah, they said they didn't do it. So you guys might just, bring the energy down a bit. So yeah, thanks. That's my message. But
That
yeah,
was a
you
really good
guys,
message, man. That was such a good message, bro.
thanks. Yeah, thanks. I'm just trying to, keep business flowing.
Well, you shared your truth, and that's what's important, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you guys are welcome to go back to your room. I can't promise that people won't go back in there and fucking kill you.
Nor
But
should you have to either. I feel like that's important to note.
yeah, that's not my job.
It's not on him.
But you did give us these dope ass robes. You'll notice that they are both still wearing those robes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So you got the room for another few nights. But yeah, you might want to be careful.
Okay.
Also, like, I hate to be that guy, but if y'all could just like try not to be here that often, that'd be pretty cool for us. Because we have like a thing going where like I just kind of hang out and Sten runs this place, and you guys could really bite into that.
I
Yeah.
we'll try.
Once this blows over, we inherit Egrin's mansion. So
Hey, all right, look, guys, look, tomorrow, maybe we can all, clear the air a little bit. I know you'll earn some favor with the homies in here. There's a service tomorrow at the Temple of Eldath. It runs 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. And I would love for you guys all to, yeah, that's it. Just 4 to 10. And I would love for you guys to attend that. God of peace and all, you might get some favor after, killing somebody. So yeah.
Okay.
Do you think it's okay that we go? Like, we want to be there for Egrin's sake, but like, I don't want to offend anyone if we just show up.
Yeah, no, you won't offend anyone. Just just go and like don't say shit, but like just go and be there, and I think everybody will appreciate that.
Yo, Aerith, bring
Maybe.
that like that dank incense I gave you too.
Oh yeah.
is this actually incense? What is this?
Yeah, I told you, bud. That's incense.
The way you're saying it makes me think it's not incense.
You rascals, you can go back into your rooms. We'll try not to let anybody back there kill you. Don't worry about it. Just this is an Eldath crowd. They don't resort to violence usually. So
Yeah,
good.
also like I do hate to be that guy again, but like your cat wanders, and so I'm gonna have to say again, can you please keep the cat in the room, because at least 30% of the people in here are allergic to cats, and like I hate to be that guy, but can you just please fucking keep him in your room? Like it's really
that
bringing
guy
him down. Like he knows I'm never this guy.
No,
Aerith is just like whatever at this point. Aerith is more than tired, and
He's
Aerith
right.
just leaves to his room.
Oh my gosh. Will do.
Geth says thanks to Sten and Fino, and then makes his way back up to his room.
Okay.
Before they like separate into their own rooms, he pulls Aerith aside and just says thank you, and then goes into his room and closes the door.
Aerith is just mad, but right before he closes the door, he goes, "Hey Zahn, your dad sucks," and then close the door.
Oh my god.
Rest that. Yeah.
Aerith, before you go in, will you give me one more insight check?
Oh no, you're gonna embarrass me more. Oh no, how bad's this one gonna be?
Come on, man. Yeah, that's insane, bro. How are you rolling that?
I don't know. I don't. This one doesn't count.
Okay,
I just want to see if it continues.
Does not count.
Or-
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna go to sleep and level up. Let's take a quick break so I can go get a new beer. So make sure just when we come back, we'll just try to make sure everybody's character sheets are set up, and we'll roll for HP as well, which is everybody's favorite time.
Yep. So start adding like the stuff if you haven't added it yet. But you guys, I think everyone took some time and looked at their level 3. So.
So
I'm adding
breakout
spells. I don't know how to.
Yep. I got you, B. What'd you say, Colby?
I'm adding spells, and I have never had.
As long as you have everything, we can help you add it in a minute.
Okay, I have them all written down right here. So.
Okay. Yeah,
V, can you rename yourself to just like Brendan or something real quick? Like your thing,
Yeah.
so I don't just add both
Yeah.
Brendan again.
Just change it to B.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Boom. More rooms. Yeah, y'all don't have to hop in a room. Just I'm gonna meet in one. We hop away for like a second.
Yes.
all right.
Thank you, Marshall. I paused it. I'm kind of glad I paused it during that, but we're back. Welcome back. Thank you, Marshall. Very good time to pause when we did. So with that, you guys, you have all completed a long rest, and you wake up the next morning. And Aerith, will you roll me an insight check?
Oh my gosh, the insight. Right, I'm saying my mouse died. All right. Insight. Come on, a good night's rest helped. Let's go.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So Aerith, as you wake up this morning, as you like kind of sit up in your bed, it all of a sudden you remember that this kind of you're thinking about last night and really just everything that's happened in the last 24, 48 hours. And one of the things you remember is that to get to the letter that you guys had delivered to Egrin, you picked up that other letter and moved it to the side specifically. So
Okay.
you moved a letter on top of the letter that you read out loud to the group. And that is, you remember that all of a sudden when you
Okay.
wake up. But for that, you guys all wake up on this beautiful Sunday morning in the beautiful city of Mach. And what would you like to do?
Anybody else feel stronger?
I feel like a holy man.
Feel like you got a good night's rest. I feel a lot better.
You okay there, Aerith? You're still looking a little frail.
Damn. Tell them.
I just think in my head about an invisible hand just reaching out and slapping the mess out of Geth right now.
Deserved.
And do I cast Mage Hand and does it work?
If you want to.
Sure, I cast Mage Hand and slap him.
Okay. So throw the chat in real quick if this is actually happening. You're
Or I'm
using
trying to
the
make it
spell
like-
slot for this, right? Like I'm not crazy, or is it cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
Okay, let's see it.
Mage Hand.
Okay, Marshall, you make me a strength saving throw.
One I don't have anything in. Oh wait, no, I did. Saving throw?
Yep. Yeah, you're good. You miss. Even your cantrip doesn't hit him.
What do you mean to me?
What am I supposed to say? You just tried to slap your friend.
With a spectral hand. Geth just kind of laughs. Good try.
Also, this is an invisible hand. Does he know anything even happened?
It's not invisible.
Pretty sure it is.
Floating
It's a
hand.
spectral floating hand. Like everyone sees it. Magical.
Oh yeah,
golden-
or a
Yeah.
special thing with it's supposed to be invisible. That's a normal mage hand. With my rogue thing, I think it's supposed to be invisible.
Nope. Spectral. It says spectral.
Or I'm saying that's the normal thing, but I'm pretty sure like there's an extra thing that comes with Arcane Trickster that it does that.
Oh, it in the chat.
Yeah, it's like if you have it, throw it in the chat. But if not, mage hand, definitely there's a big magic hand that shows up.
Such a good aberration.
I don't know what he's trying to do. He keeps clicking that. I'm worried. Well, he looks into this regardless. What would you guys like to do? You wake up this morning, and other than Sten sitting there cleaning up the bar from the night before, the bar is empty, and it is morning.
Well, what time did we ever find out what time the service for Egret was?
I think you might have misunderstood. It's just a service at the Temple of Eldath.
Oh, is it just all day?
Yeah.
I'm reading. Okay, I found it in the handbook. Mage Hand Ledgerman, starting at level 3, which is what I am. When you cast Mage Hand, it makes the spectral hand invisible.
That's cool as hell.
That's in the handbook. It's not in this.
Yeah. I don't know where you're reading this from still, so we can talk about it later.
From the handbook. I can copy and paste it. I'm from the D&D handbook y'all emailed us.
Yeah, sure. If you want to.
Where is it?
I copied and pasted it on the Mage Hand. Like if you go to Rogue and like there's a page with like the spell slot table, it's in the bottom left. Mage Hand Ledgerman.
Okay. Yeah, it's there. So you touched Marshall with an invisible hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Enchantment.
Okay, so before we go anywhere, can we regroup and just kind of go over the events, try and figure out what is going on? Because Zon's honestly a little confused.
Hold on.
Can we like go over the letters again and see if we can figure out
Yeah,
something
sure.
from those?
Yeah, I bring out the other letter that my insight check reminded me of. And I bring the letter out.
Was the letter that we were supposed to deliver to Egret in that pile?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the one y'all read that Colby read aloud. This was the other letter that Colby just pulled up. And you guys should have access to the other one, the lionless letter. It should be in your handouts.
Okay. So it was basically detailing what we did.
What we should have done.
Well, at least it was a good idea to grab the letters. That way we could have proven it. So good job.
Yeah, we just had so much practice in not reading them.
Yeah, y'all had fucking Brendan and I shook for a minute there. Like, what did I say? Y'all just keep doing your thing.
We'll keep that in mind. We'll start reading more stuff.
We were gonna.
So okay.
We could have had a conversation about it, but someone just decided to walk out the front door of the murder mansion.
You're damn right.
Murder
Somebody
man.
decided to only read one of the letters.
Very true. Very true.
So I don't know how much of this was like planned or how in-depth it is, but like what was the whole thing with Zon's father?
I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all are welcome to discuss anything that has happened in it.
But
But
that was kind of like an indirect question. I should have been more like specific with it. Zon, what do you know about your father?
I don't fully understand why you guys keep bringing that up. I don't really know anything. What happened? Why are you asking me that?
Geth looks towards Aerith and Baracus. Like you guys saw the thing, right?
Yeah, the thing that burned me alive. Yes.
Okay.
That
Geth turns back towards Zahn. So after your pretty horrendous demise at the hands of a closet,
We
pretty
suffered a far more horrendous one.
what?
I said after, or you said after she suffered her horrendous death. I said we suffered a far more horrendous death.
Well,
you know, it's real.
closet deaths are a bit traumatizing for at least the original 3 that are still here. Brockus, I don't know how
Yeah.
much you would care about it, but like,
Dude, R.I.P. Rakimi.
guys, I just want to
Right.
bring up the fact that it's only been like a month, and so Rakimi's still like half buried in the sand. And I think about that a lot. But after you died, we kind of ran into this weird thing. We managed to finish off the closets, then we started hearing voices, assuming we all had the same delusion. And a giant like spatial hole opened up in the back of the room. We walked through it because why wouldn't we? And we came into contact with a giant bronze dragon that claimed it was your father.
Huh.
And then killed us.
Did you have anything nice to say?
All it did was say, Zahn, my son, come home.
Oh, well, that is nice. Sorry that he,
Killed
wasn't
us.
as nice to you guys. Yeah, sorry about that.
You see, he burnt Baracus and Aerith to a crisp with a bunch of lightning, and then he tore into my body. I was trying to carry you, and he's like, nope, and ripped me in half, literally. Maybe more than half.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, we also saw like giant sculptures or statues of Hera in Asinro. So I honestly I don't know the guy. So I couldn't put a finger to it. I am sorry that you guys got burnt to a crisp though. That doesn't sound enjoyable.
It wasn't. Tell you that.
I don't know about the lightning attack, but I definitely felt the claws in the teeth.
Mhm. It was rather shocking.
Wow.
Oh, he got
It was weird because like we've encountered the kobolds, we've encountered the closets, and we knew the 3 people who the statues were of. But the other 3 of us haven't encountered your father before. Have you encountered your father before?
No. I didn't know who the guy was until you told me.
Oh.
well, that's
Well,
sad.
if it makes you feel any better, you bear a striking resemblance, just minus the wings, extra claws, and size and age.
All right. Yeah, sorry that he was so mean to you guys, but like I said, I can't speak to his character.
Oh, that's perfectly okay. I would like to point out that I'm very happy you are with us. It was very traumatizing to watch you.
Sleep there. I'm gonna lie to you. I would have missed you. Cause
I
you
really
struck.
appreciate that.
Where's Jeff?
I mean,
He was in Baracus's room when you guys went to bed.
Okay.
Wonders. I don't know.
We might want to try and keep an eye on him today so we don't upset Fino and
Sten.
Sten. I almost said Steph.
Great. Here, Jeff. Here, Jeffy. Here's Jeff.
Jeffy. Yeah, Jeff is around, wandering as he does.
Hey, I'm gonna pick him up for now and pet him. Tell him he can't wander. He'll get in trouble.
I'm not quite certain of how we left the house. Obviously, we'll be able to return, but not before the prefect's men can search it.
How much money you think we gonna get? Let's be honest here.
Egrin was a well-known man. We'll probably receive quite a bit. He didn't detail that in his letter.
Mhm.
But he is well known enough to get us practically dirty looks everywhere we go now. So I'm assuming he has quite a lot.
Hmm.
Wait, so he killed himself so he didn't have to go on this quest? Is that what
That
we're
was-
saying?
I don't know if it was necessarily connected to the fact that so he didn't have to go on the quest. The letter gave him the option to go if he wanted to. I think it was more. It sounded in the letters. It almost felt more like jealousy. Like he was nothing more than like an actor putting on a performance rather than getting the chance to become the adventurer that like because he even said that he only told tales of the stuff that we've done and by most stories our stuff isn't that impressive. So I think it was like a mix. I think it was like a sense of almost like jealousy or wanting more out of his life, and maybe he just felt stuck being a part of the theater.
True thespian.
Artiste.
I am rather curious about the what was it? The note to what is it? Path.
Mhm.
Something.
Yeah, the part that stuck out to me was it's always darkest under the ash tree.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't understand that addition. Everything else seems pretty straightforward in the rest of his letters, but that
Yeah, that's
seems
Yeah, or have we seen any ash trees? Do I need to make a nature check or something for that?
is it literal?
Give me a nature check if you're curious if you've seen ash trees.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Is everyone else also remembering? Does that count as helping?
Nope, you
or
asked.
advantage?
You asked, so let's just throw you an ash tree nature check. Yeah. You have not.
Ah,
Oh, that's
ash tree sounds more metaphorical.
No, ash trees are a real thing. That is a type of tree.
Wait, actually.
Yeah, 100% ash trees are real. You have not seen any ash trees on your journey thus far.
Oh shit.
you didn't know ash trees were a type of tree?
no. Or
I'm
ash trees.
of God. Do I look like some arborist? You both just.
What'd you say, B?
I said a little bit.
That's good.
Oh.
It
I
looks like
said
an
or arbora.
I thought he said the exact same thing you did.
No, I
So I'm
did. It
like,
was just
wow.
it came out together at the same time.
Well, I thought it sounded a little coded, but now I'm re-guessing. I don't know. We might be able to find a book on like flora and fauna if we go back to the library, which we still need to do. That's within the next, I think, 4 days, so I can return the books and get my deposit back.
Oh,
Right.
oh my.
Okay, we can do that because we don't know what we're going to do in the meantime in between now and going to the temple at some point from 4
Look,
to 10.
I can get a quarter staff. I don't know what we got to do that.
Sten is gonna hear you guys talking. He's gonna be like, yeah, the service is at 4. I don't know if I told you guys that. But I kind of need you guys to get the fuck out of my bar because it's like not open right now. So
Mhm.
yeah, please
They
leave.
left rooms at some point.
This is not like a hallway.
I mean, I guess there is. Are you guys just staying in the hallway? Regardless, he's gonna come tell you that if you're staying in the hallway. So
That's fine.
Right. And let's go hit up the market then, since he wants a new quarterstaff and I want a mask that actually covers my face.
I forgot you bought a half mask, not realizing. This
Oh yeah,
happened.
or when you had said it, I haven't seen Phantom of the Opera, so I didn't know what you meant when you said Phantom of the Opera mask. I just assumed it was like a masquerade ball, half a face. Yeah.
Like this.
It covers like one eye at most.
But that annoys me though, because if I knew it was like that, I wouldn't have bought it.
Covers eye, nose, and half your cheek. That's what it covers.
Yeah. Oh. Somehow I didn't know what the mask looked like. Aerith should have known that though. But I digress.
I think I'm going to let you guys go ahead and go to the markets because I have some reading to do.
Oh, okay. I respect it.
I still have a couple of books I need to try and read through, and I would like to try and get some of that done. But it seems like we might be a little short on time, so I don't know how far I'd be able to make it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to sit down to read, we'll just there will be some checks, and Brendan definitely has what you have for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Marshall, if you want to look for something specific, we'll basically say that you spend however much time they're away looking for that thing, and I can just give you that information if it's in there. But if you want to just read kind of straight through, I'll have you give just a base intelligence check, basically determining how quickly you read. And then at the end of the time, I'll give you those spark notes on what you've learned. You got to tell me the book you're reading too.
Okay.
But let's
So
what you think on that. Let's see how long the
Yeah.
party is gone. What you think about what you want to read, and let's do the other three of y'all first, okay?
Okay.
So the three of y'all are making your way just to the market that's right outside the Yellow Dog. Is that what I'm understanding?
Mhm.
Yeah, so you go outside to the market and you see everything's kind of close to similar to as normal as you've seen it before. There's people wandering around. You guys are getting weirder looks from a lot of the locals for sure. They're definitely noticing you, and they seem to avoid you in the streets as you walk by. But you also notice that before you saw guards walking around too, but now you see a lot more guards walking around, like a significant amount more guards, to the point where you notice that, and you'll notice that these guards are wearing yellow, whereas the other guards had kind of more just like neutral colored uniforms. All of these guards that are wandering around are in relatively matching yellow uniforms. But you can make your way to the market if you would like.
Okay. I should do so.
Yeah, so you walk over to those stalls there, and again you see the same stalls that were out there the day before, because that's all the time that has passed since the last time you were here. So of them, do you remember what there was that you're trying to see?
Hmm?
Do you remember the market stalls that you're looking for?
Vaguely, I remember there's the yelling monkey in Elvish. There was
There
the
is.
mask store.
Yep. So there is a meat shop, a jeweler, some person selling brown liquid inside of jars, a place selling snacks that are shaped all like squares. There is all the rage, a variety of battle axes and fashionable shirts. There's Mark's monocles. There's a monkey sitting on a crate hollering in Elvish, and there is cups and masks. Those are the different stalls you see.
Okay. I go to the mask store again, and I'm like, oh, can I have one that covers my whole face?
And I believe you were the mask seller.
Oh, was I the master?
Yep.
Yes. Which of my wonderful masks would you like? And you see that there are a variety of animal masks. If you're looking for a specific animal, I'm sure he has it. And then there's like a plague type mask that covers the face. Is there a specific mask you're looking for? I have a variety.
Just one that would conceal my identity if I were to wear it.
I mean, they're all masks, so you'll look funny. Does that matter? You just need your face covered?
Yes. What's the cheapest one that covers my face?
Ah, yes. That would be this one. And he's gonna pull out. It's you can't really tell what animal it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
Your best guess is a feathered gorilla.
Mhm.
So that's the one he's got, and he's gonna say, this one will run you 3 silver pieces.
3 silver pieces for this?
Yes.
Okay. I give him 3 silver pieces.
Okay.
Yo, man.
Put feathered gorilla mask.
Got you.
Gosh.
Oh.
Oh.
Yep. So Zon, Baracus, anything in these markets you'd like to see?
Let's see. Which one was the weapons? Was it all the rage the
All the
weapons?
Rage sells battle axes and shirts. You can go talk to them if you want.
Yeah, let me talk to them.
B, were you also All the Rage? I think you might have been.
Yeah, I think so. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, welcome to all the rage. Got your finest selection of battle axes and fine shirt wear. What can I do for you?
How you doing? Y'all by any chance have a quarterstaff?
The quarterstaff. Well, you see, I might be able to give you the handle to one of my great axes, but I'm gonna have to charge you for great axe price. There is a blacksmith, a weapons shop across the water from the Sea Wolf, so you might want to head over there. I'm sure they have something that'll get you. Otherwise, it's going to run you about 25 gold pieces for a stick. So I don't know if you want that.
I appreciate you. You know, not trying to take advantage of me.
Yeah. Would you
I'll
like a
take
shirt?
I will take a shirt. How much are your shirts?
1 gold piece.
I'll take a shirt.
All right. You can add a fine t-shirt.
Fashionable shirt.
Yeah, fashionable shirt. That's it.
Hey man, I'm spending it like I already have it, man. I'm finna be rolling in it.
You really are spending Egren's money like you have it already, and I respect that, but I'm confused. Did you take a gold off your thing?
I sure did.
Okay. Yeah, Zon, anything in these markets, or did you want to go look somewhere else?
No, it'd be cool if we went to the blacksmith by the Sea Wolf Inn. Zon really wants to check out the Goliath Hill, so that's on the way.
Well, it's past where you're going, but yeah, you can definitely do that as well. It's so you make your way across the bridge. The odd library is on your right as you walk over, and then you take a slight left. You can all see the map now and make your way over. So you're standing at this intersection here. You will notice a sign for a blacksmith coming out of this building here, this little purple roofed building. As well as there is definitely signs in this intersection pointing you to the last of the Goliath Hill. So you're standing at the intersection right now. Where would you like to go first, I guess, is the question I'm asking. Sorry.
I need to get this stick.
Blacksmith. Wherever that is.
Okay.
Yeah, there's right in front of you is the blacksmith. Again, yeah, I'll just make sure. So it's this purple building right here. And you're able to make your way inside the blacksmith. And you are greeted, I assume, are you all going in, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you make your way inside, and there's a relatively empty walking room when you walk in. But from back behind a kind of like a ripped and tattered curtain, you just hear the hammering of an anvil, the just bang, 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 shh, of metal being put into water. And that's what you see. There's no one sitting behind the desk there. You just hear the hammering in behind the curtain.
Hello?
You just still hear hammering.
I guess these are free then.
Well, you don't see anything sticking out in this room. You just kind of see a
Oh yeah. I mean, I was mainly just trying to get them to come to the front.
That's fair. Well, you just still hear hammering.
Let me hold on a second. Hello?
Yeah, your voice booms through the entire building, and you hear the hammering immediately stop. And a kind of coming from behind the curtain, you see the curtain move, but you don't notice anything at first. And then all of a sudden, you see two little hands pop up on the counter and pull themselves up. And this little gnomish person hops up on the counter and says, well, you could have just knocked, couldn't you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friend.
Well, it's okay. Welcome to my shop. How can I do you?
I am looking for your finest quarterstaff. Yeah, I need one.
Well, I have an array of staffs. We have
Oh.
them of various types of wood. And in
Really?
addition, I have one of a various type of metal.
Oh. I'm looking for a wooden quarterstaff. I like the feel of the tree beneath my hand.
Well, I understand. Would you like them in gnomish sizes or in human sizes?
Human sizes, please.
Human sizes. Are you sure? I have a backlog of gnomish sizes ones. Dozens.
I'm quite positive.
Okay. Well then, I have 3 human-sized quarterstaffs, various woods.
What are the types of woods?
Well, what are the types you have in mind?
Wacky kind.
Let's see. Oak.
I have
You have-
oak.
You have oak.
I do have oak.
Do you have pine?
I have pine.
You have pine. Do you have cedar?
Not a chance.
Do you
Not
have
a- Not a chance.
Ash is a very interesting one. I do have a gnomish one made of ash, but no human.
Okay.
Would you like the gnomish one made of ash?
Or can I ask where you secured the ashwood for it?
Well, I bought it.
Do you know where they got it?
Oh, I bought it from the lumber mill. You guys would have passed, I imagine, right across the way, other side of the road there.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Of course.
How
Sure.
much for your pine quarterstaff?
Yes, the pine. For you, you fine gentlemen. 5 silver pieces. Seem fair to you?
That does seem fair to me. How about the oak?
The oak, that will actually be 6 silver pieces. It's sturdier, you see.
Yes. Is that the most sturdiest quarterstaff that you have?
Well, there is the third one I have.
Which one is that?
Well, it's made out of a third type of wood.
What type of wood is that, my friend?
Have you heard of a hickory tree?
I have heard of a hickory tree, very briefly, but yes. Is that the
Yes, well-
strongest?
No, that's much weaker than the other 2.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm
one,
going
one-
to.
1 second. Let me check something. And he's gonna disappear behind the counter again and go over and comes back carrying 3 really large sticks in his hands, these large quarterstaffs. And he goes,
Mhm.
"Oh, I was mistaken. I have I have 3 hickory ones. They're very solid though." And he's gonna take one and just kind of hit it on the ground a couple times. Literally in front of you, he's gonna grab it and just slam it on the ground, and you'll notice it doesn't break at all.
Okay.
Sturdy.
I'll take 2 of your hickory staffs.
Of course, the hickory staffs will actually be 7 silver pieces each, and that's all.
7 silver pieces.
Yep, for each hickory staff.
I'll take 1 hickory staff.
Of course,
Yeah, I'll take 1 hickory staff.
7 silver pieces is all it is.
Okay.
So
Oh,
subtract 7 silver pieces and add hickory quarterstaff to your character sheet.
fucking robbery.
Oh, and sir, would you be interested if I were to bring you weapons to sell?
I'm definitely interested in that.
Okay.
Oh.
On my character sheet, I have 9 cobalt daggers and 2 scimitars. So I put my extra scimitar on it and all 9 cobalt daggers.
You just kind of lay those on the desk next to him or on the counter?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, where did you come upon all of these?
Through my day job.
Well, you must have a very interesting day job. I don't care to know what it is.
Mhm.
Well, he'll pick up a dagger, look at it. Intriguing. Well, I do have to make profit off these, you understand.
I understand.
So, how is 3 silver piece per dagger?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Then I will take these daggers off your hand. And then what is that, this other thing you have?
This is a scimitar.
Yeah, so add whatever 9, 18, 27 silver pieces first, because he will take all your daggers. And the other, he'll kind of poke at the tip of it and goes, oh. And it kind of moves it around in his hands some. Oh. Well, this is very nice. Did you make it?
I did not. I came about it the same way I did the daggers, by killing its owner.
Oh, by your day job.
Yes,
And I don't care what it is.
that's fine.
Well, again, you see, I do have to make profit off these, yes?
Yes.
Okay. He'll look at you, look you up and down for a second. 12 gold pieces.
Make it 15 and it's a deal.
Get the
13 and 2 silver.
Done.
Deal. And he'll take the scimitar and move it behind the desk and say, I like the 4 of you.
good man.
Come back again. Three of you.
Mhm.
So Colby, add 12 gold and then, or sorry, 13 gold and then 2 silver pieces as well on top of the other that you made.
I did.
Now, can I interest you in anything else? I do buy, obviously, and I sell. I might even trade.
I have 2 of the same weapons as he has.
Which weapons?
Scimitar. Whatever the fuck they call it.
Scimitar. Yeah.
Scimitar, whatever.
Of course. I will offer you the same deal.
I will take it.
Okay. So add another 26 gold and 4 silver pieces, and he will take your 2 scimitars.
And
Cool.
I will give him.
Dragonborn, I don't assume you have things to sell as well, or something to buy.
No, just accompanying my friends.
Okay. Well, is that all?
Do you have any weapons that would work with my proficiency?
Well, sir, I don't know you.
Out of character. I don't know what constitutes simple weapons because that's what my proficiency is in. I
There's
believe.
a lot of things. I think you should be able to look up simple weapons. That's not something that's like a secret to you.
They're in the
Um,
handbook.
They are simple weapons.
Club, dagger, great club, hand axe, javelin, light hammer, mace, quarterstaff, sickle, spear, unarmed strike, crossbow, dart, short bow, and sling.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, but what would you like, Colby?
I don't know. Do you have any swords, axes?
Well, I do have a couple small axes. They are gnomish size, if that matters to you. However, I can make you a sword if that is what you would like.
Ooh, intriguing. How much would that cost?
You're not. Wait. You're not proficient. Are you proficient in short swords as well as simple weapons?
I believe I've been getting. It says yes, long and yeah. That's in my long and. Or wait. Yeah, 2 proficiencies in customs. It says long and short bows and also short sword.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, for a short sword, it will take me about let's say 5 days to make. And I will charge you for time and labor and the cost of materials. What about 16 gold pieces?
16 gold pieces. Could you promise me a better product than this scimitar I currently possess?
Well, I don't know the quality of your scimitar. So how about I say 14 gold pieces?
14 gold pieces?
And 5 days of work, please. Not on extra, just it will take me 5 days to make it.
Okay. I'll agree to that.
Okay, well then I will take payment up front and then I just need to get a quick measurement.
14 gold pieces.
He's going to walk over to you and pull out a small measuring tape. And he's going to stretch out. You will notice it only goes to about 6 inches because he is a gnome and it is small. And he's going to go over and he's going to measure your hand. And then he's going to measure your arm. Then he's going to measure the length of your hips. And then he's going to do one quick inseam measurement and go, that is all. And then say, is there anything else before I go off to get back to work?
I believe that will be all. Thank you for your time today. I don't think we caught your name. What was it?
Trolley.
Charlie. Nice to meet you, Charlie. I am Aaron.
Trolley with a T, if that wasn't.
Oh, okay. Trolley.
Yes, well, it's nice to meet you, Aerith, and I have enjoyed our business. And I will have a sword for you 5 days' time.
Awesome.
Anywho, I'm gonna just go back to work, and he'll kind of like roll over the desk, hop off. You'll see him disappear behind the desk, and then after a couple seconds, you'll hear hammering again in the other room. And you can come pick it up in 5 days, which will be eventually.
That will be Sunday. On
We'll say Friday morning you can pick it up.
Okay.
And it's Sunday right now.
Okay.
Eric. Okay. With that, you leave and you are back out in front of the blacksmith.
Okay. Should we go meet up with? Oh wait, we were wanting to go to the hill, correct? Is that right, Zon?
Yeah, but should we meet up with Geth on the way to that lumber mill and ask about where they get the trees there?
So real quick, he described the lumber mill as across. This here is the lumber mill.
Oh,
Okay.
you guys want to?
Yeah,
go to the
he
lumber mill?
described it as across the street.
Okay, we can go there. Yep.
As you guys make your way to the lumber mill, let's switch over to Geth real quick. D, you got this?
Yeah. Okay, Geth. This outing has taken them about an hour up to this point.
Okay.
So tell me, are you looking for something in particular first, or are you just reading straight through?
It kind of depends on how you look at it. He's gonna be reading through the Tamora book first. But essentially,
Okay.
hang on, Will said he had that.
I have the Tamora book. Just explain what you're looking for, though.
Geth is basically going to be looking for anything that he doesn't recognize from his personal practices or anything that might relate to like Tamora within Vikna. Like a regional thing, if there's any differences or anything he just doesn't recognize. So he'll like skim it.
So if you want to read this, it is going to take, I still think you should have an intelligence check to know what you're looking for. Are you cool with this, B? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want me to roll intelligence?
Yep. Okay, let me, I'm sorry, I don't know how you want to run this. Actually, you the Tamora book,
so
there's a handout, so you got
with
this.
an 8. I see it. Yeah, with an 8, you basically get through the first The first like 5 chapters, and it's all stuff that you know already from Naren. You've been skimming for this hour, but you haven't found anything you don't know already. So that's what you've gotten through for this period of time. Yeah, I guess depending on what that's what you've got up to this point. So we'll go back to the other group.
All right. Yeah, sorry about that, by the way. No, you're good. That's how reading works. So it flashes back, and you guys see a lumber mill in front of you. There are humans outside working, cutting logs into planks, as well as there's an entrance that just says mock lumber mill.
So
Okay.
we can go to the entrance.
Yeah, you walk in, and behind the counter is this younger male human who is sitting there, and he is writing on some papers.
Cool.
Oh, yes. Can
hello.
I help you? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we were just visiting with the blacksmith, and he said that he sourced one of his staffs to your mill, and I was wondering where you got the materials for it.
Okay, look, if your quarterstaff is not very good, that's not on me. We just deliver the wood. He makes them.
No, I have no trouble. He had an ash tree, and I was wondering where you guys were able to find one.
Yeah, the ash trees are shipped in from Chateau. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. Do you have the pronunciation?
Monix is good.
Okay,
Monix.
Chateau Monix.
Is that on this island?
It's on this continent, but it's over in the other. It's in the kingdom of Doran, to the west.
Cool.
You can pull out your map if you want. Yeah, I'll move you guys over there.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only ash trees I know of. They're shipped here anytime we order ash. We do have a couple logs if you're looking to buy some ash.
No, sorry to trouble you. I was just wondering where they came from.
No,
Where are we
of
going?
course, no trouble. Always welcome. If you ever have any wood needs, come back, of course.
Will do. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then Zons will leave. Okay.
Yeah, so you make your way back outside the lumber mill. Zon, can you give me a perception check real quick? Sorry. Okay.
Okay, so do you guys want to go back to the library and try and meet up with Geth?
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
So we'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, so you make your way back, no problem, through the streets. As you're getting close to the yellow dog, Baracus, can you give me a perception check?
Wait. You said we're by the yellow dog?
Yep.
I thought we were going to the library to meet.
I thought you were
people.
looking for Marshall.
We thought he was at the library. So
No, Geth is reading back in the yellow dog.
Yeah,
okay.
We talked in the hallway, and then I went back to my room so y'all could go to the markets. And stuff.
Okay, my bad. I just misremembered that. I thought you went to the library. Okay, yeah. Then we go.
Yeah, as you're approaching the yellow dog, you're gonna notice, Baracus, very specifically, that you're being followed. You're being followed by a small puppy.
Small puppy.
Yep. And it is this brown and white spotted dog. Looks kind of like a beagle. And he's been following you since you left the lumber mill. And you notice it as you're crossing over to the island that the yellow dog is on. You notice that he's just kind of like staring at you and has this big smile on his face and his tongue hanging out like this.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do about him?
Avra.
What'd you say?
Avada Kedavra.
Yikes! But
Oh my god.
Kidding.
as you take a step, you notice as you stop and notice this, he stops too and just stares at you from about probably 20 feet away. He just looks at you and has a smile on his face with his tongue hanging out.
I usher the puppy over.
Yeah, as soon as you kind of motion to him, he comes sprinting up and just stops right in front of you, sits down, kind of with his two legs up and his hind quarters down, and then kind of rolls over on his back, and you will see that attached to a small string around his neck is a small little scroll.
Of
And he kind of
course.
looks at you as he lays on his back, looks at you kind of with the scroll up to you.
Scroll.
What'd you say?
I'll take the scroll and then rub the tummy.
Yeah, as soon as you take the scroll and rub the tummy, he hops back up on his four legs, looks at you, licks you once on the hand, and then takes off sprinting back the way he came.
That's a trained dog right there.
It's a
So-
good boy.
And yeah, there's a little scroll.
Right.
I open the scroll.
Yeah, the scroll just says, "Sea Wolf, all four of you tonight."
Well, that's it. That's
And then, as you turn the scroll over, you will notice a large O,
Oh, this happened again.
the letter O.
This happened already.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Senna?
Hey, I mean, the worst thing they can do is kill us, right?
That's not accurate.
Yes.
There are a lot of worse things than death.
That one still sucks though.
It's not great. It's not great. But yeah,
Okay.
anyway, you can make your way back to the yellow dog if you'd like to.
Let's do it.
So at this point, another about half hour has passed. Is that enough time for Marshall to have made any more progress, B, or probably not?
Give me an intelligence check, Geth.
Get it, Gav.
You got this, Geth.
Not 20.
Did you hit your stride in the second 30 minutes or third 30 minutes, I guess?
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, you get through 9 chapters and you get to a part that just kind of that says Vikna, and then the party's gonna rush in and start talking to you.
So close.
But you get through 9 chapters of nothing basically that's new to you, but then you just come up on something that you think might be interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna mark the page as they walk in.
We've been summoned. And I show Geth the scroll.
Who's O?
Hell if I know.
Oh, the last time we got a summons from an O, it was the woman who wanted us to steal the sake recipe back in Hollyhead.
I.
Now,
It was-
now,
Her name was Osana.
well, you think she has goons or something?
The boar
Real
also
quick, where
had
are
an
you
O,
guys?
right?
What would you say?
Are you guys standing in the hallway? Are you guys standing in the hallway talking to each other?
Or we walked in on Geth reading, so wherever he was, I assume he was in his
Okay.
room.
So you're in his room. Okay.
Wasn't there an O on the boar that we killed?
That is
What?
also correct. Mm.
So I think it's that person.
Well, see, that's even more ominous. Anybody? Okay.
I gave you a drum.
That was vocabulary.
What time is it right now?
Time for you to go what?
Let me think on that. I think early afternoon probably. Does that seem accurate, B?
Yeah, I think it's like just afternoon.
Yeah, y'all left in the morning to do a lot of this. So
Okay.
Hmm.
Mhm.
When did the rest say when to meet? Was person at the, was it the Seawolf or the Brass Stuck?
Seawolf.
Okay. Was there a time on it? No.
That's tonight.
Okay. Well, I guess that plans our evening out then. We'll go to the service for Egrin and then make our way to the Seawolf afterwards, maybe. If we do want to go and take up whoever sent this letter on.
And also, I assume we fill Geth in on all the information we got, such as like the ash tree and the chateau.
Monix. But yep. Yeah, you can definitely say you fill them in.
Chateau,
Okay.
Chateau Moni.
Yeah, it's Chateau Mouni, but humans don't pronounce things correctly. So
They're like white people, you see.
Oh no.
yeah,
It's a French language. That's white people.
But humans are like white people in America.
Ah, okay.
humans are Americans.
Humans are Americans. Oh God. Yeah. So it's like just past noon, and what would you guys like to do?
I would personally like a little bit more time to continue reading. I think I might have stumbled upon a quick little topic that.
Can we help to like give him advantage on anything or no?
Gonna help
I
you.
can. Actually, no, I probably can't read.
So
Okay.
So kind of think about this, you guys. One, you can just do nothing. People all the time in real life just hang out for a while. So you guys are welcome to hang out and relax. Which you're like welcome to do. That's a thing that's definitely allowed at all times. However, there are other books. I don't think that it would make anyone read faster if someone sat in there over their shoulder trying to comment on things. But I believe Geth did have other books if you're really looking for specific things, but you guys also, I don't know if you know what Geth is looking for. So that's kind of more up to you. You are more than welcome to just relax in your rooms.
I'm chilling.
Or even if you're not looking for something, you can just read those books.
That's also true.
An
Yeah.
intelligence check, and you might learn something.
Okay, I'll read one of them. What are my options?
I'll read a book.
I only have two because we bought a map of Mac. We bought a map of Mach.
That's not accurate. You bought two different books from Nadinas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
With the Tomorrow book. That's
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like two total.
No,
two
so
more.
I only have two other books that can be read, so it's really whoever wants them. I have them listed as Nadina's book 1 and Nadina's book 2. Who does anyone have like a decent intelligence modifier?
I do. I have a +2.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Zon.
Okay,
Zon,
that's
Zon,
Negative
that
one.
Oh no, Zon. Oh no.
Right. All right. So is it me reading it?
Yeah, I'll give you Nadina's book 1.
Curiosity, Zon, do you read? In your monk training, did you read?
Yeah, thank you. That's a wonderful question. Asking if, I'm illiterate. Yes, Zon can read. Zon can read.
It's a
Appreciate it.
question.
Yes, Zon can read.
Okay,
It might
I'm
be
not
slow.
sure.
Racist against the
It might be
lizard.
slow. It might be slightly incorrect, but he can do it.
I will tell you, it makes me feel better. Fino can't read.
But that's not the one running the bar.
No,
That's
Fino just hangs out.
So you just compare those two,
Sten can kind of read.
Exactly. You don't know Fino's life. You don't know what he does.
It's pretty easy.
Okay, so you guys are gonna hang out. Are you hanging out and reading until 4 then?
Yeah, I guess.
Until or yeah. What's your? I guess tell me how long you're hanging out, and then what your plan is afterwards.
Okay. Also, didn't they say it was like from 4 to 10? It was like a range. It wasn't like a set event. It was like kind of a range.
4 p.m. to 10 p.m. is the service.
Would you rather show up later to try to avoid the big crowd? Because I feel like we could get a bad reaction.
Well, if we want to meet with this O person at the Sea Wolf in the evening, it would be better if we went earlier, got it done with, and then we could kind of assess what we want to do with any free time we have.
Okay, that makes sense.
And this would just get it out of the way. That way, if we like show up, there's a lot of people there and they either have a bunch of questions or give us a bunch of dirty looks. We can leave early after, you know, giving our good graces to whoever is there or whatever we need to do. But it would give us more time to plan out our evening, maybe mentally and physically prepare for whoever O is. Because if it's that lady Onilla, we might become fugitives and just kick her ass in the bar.
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of on the same page with that one at this
I
point.
do think it's important to note that Onilla has been nothing but nice to you guys to this point. So
No,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not-
Onilla was the hostess at our first bar, correct?
nope. You
Oh,
tried
no.
though, and that's what matters.
Lena and Gina. How could you forget
Yeah,
them?
that's Weena.
Weena.
Anyone-
That's it.
Weena.
Anyone want to remind Aerith of who Onilla was?
She was the lady that blackmailed us in Hollyhead.
Oh, I thought that was Osena.
But you're thinking of a Senro, dude.
Dude, you are so bad at this. Like, that's so not right.
Colby, take notes. Get a note sheet, take some notes. Write down every name you hear. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
getting there.
I even
Also-
know that spell.
Y'all, it's not disallowed for you guys to have a Google Doc that's shared where you keep. I don't feel like it's kind of late in to say this, but I shouldn't have to say this. If that's something you would like,
You should.
Say
I
what?
shouldn't have to say this.
Okay, Osena was dead, so I'm good with that one.
Oh.
Egan's dead.
Egren's dead typing in different things.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So moving along, I'll read until 4. Do you want me to roll intelligence for it?
Which book are you reading? There are 2 Nadina's books.
yeah.
1 or 2.
I will go with Medina's
guess-
2.
Nadina's 2. Okay. And Baracus, you're reading Nadina's 1 or you're not reading?
I'll read Nadina's one.
So,
Okay. Yeah, give me an intelligence check. And then Geth, give me an intelligence check.
Rocket
Wow.
can't read.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Baracus was looking at the first page of the book and then just got really hit with a powerful tiredness and he fell asleep.
I'm with it.
And actually drooled on the book a little bit. So
That's actually
Geth, can you give me another intelligence check?
Yes, I do have a quick question though about how something might work. If
Yeah.
I cast guidance on myself, technically the duration for it is only a minute, but if I cast guidance before I start reading and I read for over an hour, would I still be able to add that to the intelligence check or no?
I'm gonna rule no because the duration's only a minute on that.
Yeah.
And since this check is something that's gonna have to last for the whole time you're reading, basically.
Also, for you to keep
I'm gonna-
casting it every time, you would have it would take up way too much time and you wouldn't get through it anyway. So oof.
Yeah.
Solid rolls.
I can't.
Aerith is once again
What
the
did,
brains of the operation when it comes to anything
okay.
but names.
find the
That's
correction
true.
page.
Okay, we'll start with Geth. Geth, you also you kind of doze off. Like you're really not paying attention. You're not in it. I think you've been reading all day, so you're tired. But what you get out of this, because you were basically already there is that there is something having to do with Tamora in the town of Gota, Gota. Basically, that word is all, like that town is all you get out of your reading.
Okay.
Baracus got nothing, and Aerith, you. Okay, Aerith, you found. So you read everything you could ever need to know about Nadina's Part 2. We forgot some stuff,
Mhm.
and you learn.
Good book.
Sorry, let me I'm just gonna write some of this down for you real quick so that I make sure I write it. You see, so the chapter you open up on is a chapter on treants. Treants. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But you find out that there are treants, which are trees endowed with power intended to protect sacred forests. And you find out that there are treants in the Chester Tawa wilds in Vikna, and in the Delrain timberland in Nairn. So you find out that there are kind of colonies or groups of treants, which were basically created by Nadinus to protect these sacred forests, and they exist in the Chester Tawa wilds in Vikna and Delrain timberland in Nairn, and you would know of the Delrain timberland. And then you also find out, you read, Nadinus does not have many allies, and she has few enemies. She is neutral, much like nature itself. And she doesn't care to meddle with the affairs of humans.
Okay.
Meddle in the affairs of humans. So that's what you guys get from those books.
Got you.
Cool. All right, Hank, you got it. I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah, that gets you to about, let's say, 3:30 in the afternoon. You guys sit there reading for a while. Barack is napping. Zon, what did you want to do in that time? Anything specific?
Yeah, Zon's in his room meditating and reflecting on, previous events.
How do you feel about the last 48 hours, Zon?
What were the last 48 hours seem like they have been like
the last 48 hours is when you landed on Mock. You guys landed on Mock about 48 hours ago, a little over now. 48 hours ago before you started reading is when you landed on Mock.
My goodness.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, you've been in Mock for a minute. This is session 3 and it's only been 2 days in Mock.
Okay. Yeah, so Zon's decompressing and compressing. His experience with being knocked out and then eventually dying kind of really did a number on him and his outlook, and the amount of death that he has seen up to this point has really affected him. So he's really just kind of sorting through all of his emotions and experiences with those things.
How did you feel when the party brought up your dad?
Confused. Yeah, just pretty much confused. Didn't have just had a normal life in a town with normal people, and dragons weren't really around. So yeah, when they said that my dad was the one that killed everybody, that sucked. And I was just confusing because I didn't realize that was possibly what was going on.
Okay.
I don't know, the whole thing's pretty confusing.
It's very fair. So it's about 3:30, 3:45, you guys. Do you have anything else you'd like to do before making your way to the Temple of Eldath?
I can think of.
Okay. So you guys.
Is there a window in the rooms?
Yes.
Are we on the second story?
There's only one story.
Oh, okay. In that case, nothing.
Okay. So you guys make your way out of the Yellow Dog and you walk past the Blank Theater, where only the night before you guys found yourself killing a boar. That's right, the night before. That's where all that happened. And you make your way past the Blank and past a series of really nice buildings to a part of the city of Mock you haven't been to before. You make your way across a bridge and see a beautiful gold roofed building for the Temple of Eldath.
Yeah. You notice a lot of people kind of pouring in at this point. There's from all over. You guys are kind of part of a crowd. And there are a lot of people pouring into the temple. Do you guys want to go in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we head in,
Okay.
do we notice anyone like giving us any looks?
Tis a great question.
Yeah, no, the people in the crowd are definitely giving you sideways glances. They're all giving you looks, definitely. You have become celebrities and you're easy to notice. You will also notice that while you are all dressed in what you're wearing, which, and maybe besides Baracus, if he decided to put his fine shirt on,
I'm gonna put my
everybody else is you guys are wearing like armor and stuff. Everybody else is in very nice clothes. Think Sunday best. And you guys are all in your like, I mean, when was the last time you had a shower, you know?
I'm putting on my robes.
And we bathed was
Right in front of the temple.
Yeah, right in front of him. I'm putting on my robes.
Y'all, the last time we bathed was in Three Rivers.
Is that really that far? And then some drunk dude almost fought you, I think, or something, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was when Eric.
But anyway, you're definitely getting some looks from everybody.
Geth just kind of like bows his head towards them as they enter, trying not to like make direct eye contact with anyone.
Okay. Are you gonna
Zon wants
you
to
think
hang
you're
out
gonna
in the
are you
back.
gonna go in?
I'll go in.
What was that, Zon? Sorry.
Zon wants to hang out near the back by an exit.
Yeah. Yes. So when you walk in, it's a massive high roof. There are not multiple floors in this thing. It's just one huge high dome roof building. There's stained glass behind, but at the back there's there are pews enough for probably over 1,000 people to sit in this this temple. Everybody kind of seems to be walking straight toward their regular pews, the regular spots, right? They know where they're going. At the front, you see a number of priests kind of shuffling about at the altar and at the table kind of at the front. There are a number of different herbs and plants and things that are kind of sitting up there, and they're bringing more things up, lighting candles. And all these priests are dressed in very like ornate, fine robes, kind of decorated with a gold and light blue color. Everything has like engravings of vines and different plant-like things on them. You'll notice that there seems to be an emphasis kind of on nature in this temple as well. It's obviously not the temple to Nadinus like you guys saw with all the trees and stuff in it, but all of their artwork and everything seems to be ordained with plants. Yeah, so you know, Zon, you said you want to hang out at the back. Are the rest of you also gonna try to do that? You'll be able to find a seat near the back. You showed up on time, so there are seats open.
We shall do soon.
Yeah, sitting at the back sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll notice as people file in, seats around you are open as all of the other seats fill in, and they're filling in and filling in. And finally, as every seat is basically full, you'll notice the service is starting. And since pianos do exist, there is a piano playing at the start
Obviously.
of the service. So there's some music starting, and you'll notice some people very begrudgingly decide to sit near you. But yeah, you're sitting in this service. The music starts, and
Wait, be real quick. This is the music.
Piano Man.
There you go. Oh.
Really set the mood.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so you'll as the music's playing, everybody kind of stands up, and a woman with dark black hair, she's kind of probably moderate height, not thin but not fat either. She's just a very kind of average sized person, dark black hair, long, it goes down to her waist, and wearing these same very ornate robes, is going to begin walking from the back up to the front. And as she walks, she has a bowl of water that she's like reaching into and spritzing on all the people as she's on the people at the center aisle. And you can see that these people that sit along that center aisle seem to be of a higher class than a lot of people. Those are nicer seats, and they're getting spritzed with this water, whatever it is. And she's gonna go up to the front and welcome everybody. And she's actually gonna point out, she's gonna say, I see that we have some new faces. And she's going to gesture to the back to where you were sitting. Everybody knows you're there. Obviously, she knows you're there. She's going to say, we have some new faces. And I would just like to extend a very warm welcome to the Church of Eldath. Thank you for attending. And then she's going to get on with the service. And you'll remember that this service lasts from 4 p.m. until 10 p.m. Yeah, you're in there for 6 hours, and there's various readings from various holy books, a number of songs. You'll notice that you have to stand up and sit back down repeatedly the entire time. There's never a period of time where you get to sit for long enough, nor do you get to stand for long enough. You have to sit and stand repeatedly for this whole 6-hour service. And yeah, everybody, everybody seems, you'll notice that Sten and Fino are there. I'm sure that as you've been sitting there, your eyes are wandering. You'll notice Sten and Fino are there. But is there anything you guys want to do throughout this 6 hours that you're sitting in this massive temple listening to various holy readings?
Just get through it. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Geth isn't gonna say a word unless he's instructed to by whoever's leading this thing.
6 hours
Okay.
until we get our dream home. I ain't even tripping.
Alright.
Is dead.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, Zon's watching everybody's experience with death.
Y'all, this is not a funeral service.
Yeah, Aerith definitely thought it was.
Yeah.
No one has mentioned.
Geth kept saying that, but Will said a couple of times, it's just a normal, like Sten and Fino just said, it's a normal church service. Like it's just a service.
No one
at
has
the
mentioned
Temple of Eldath.
Igran once in the entire 6 hours you've been there.
Oh, and
Wait, why are we there?
We're here.
You know,
They invited you, and then Geth said
Oh.
it's a church, it's a funeral service, and then Will said it's not a funeral service, but then you guys kept saying it was. And, yeah.
I did
You
not
can only
hear
correct
you
yourself.
say it wasn't.
Came to the service, the funeral service.
that's probably
Wow.
I just
No. You'll
I came with confidence. That's what
you will notice You will notice, however, during the service, they'll mention the very, very sad passing of the great Egrin Lionless. And you'll notice people are very upset by that. Everybody loved Egrin. And the church seems very they feel they're very fond of him. And they'll mention it, and they will mention actually that following the release of his body and of the ongoing investigation, that they will hold a service for his death on the coming, or well, whenever the body is released.
What kind
So
of
everybody is invited to go to
The
that.
funeral service.
okay.
Yeah.
We know.
And then at the end of this 6 hours, the priestess woman will close it, and then she will tell everybody she hopes to see them again on Tuesday for their Tuesday services. It's Sunday, just so you know. Same time. And so she hopes to see everybody again on Tuesday. Yeah, and she'll release everybody, and you'll notice as she releases everybody, she like walks out kind of the back, and the people at the front follow. And she'll walk toward the back and kind of stand there and greet people as they walk past her. Basically standing at the entrance and exit, same place. And people will have to talk to her as they walk out.
Just a quick question. Did we learn anything about Eldath specifically from this service? Because I imagine.
Yeah, so Eldath is the goddess of peace. She let me show you her symbol.
Oh, yeah, the symbols.
I'll just copy and paste it from I drew it.
Yep.
I think most of what you gather about Eldath is that she brings peace, and that this church seems very confident that Eldath is the only way to be. They're completely, they claim they're completely against any form of violence or anything not peaceful. Yeah, that works. Hang on, and I'm gonna paste. So this is the symbol. It's just kind of like a circle with two swirls going into the middle. Yeah, a lot of it was just a lot of passages, a lot of parables and stories similar to like you'd see in the Bible. Basically just telling people to turn the other cheek, to be kind to one another, the golden rule. And it seemed like a lot of that over and over again. They are all about peace. And she did actually, one important thing that you noticed is that she denounced she denounced false gods. She didn't name any by names, but it seemed targeted. You noticed, like, it seemed like everybody kind of knew what she was talking about whenever she said that they were in like kind of a mutual, like they had a goal to work against these false gods.
Like when she said it, the old women in the front row closed their eyes and put a hand up and said, "Praise Eldath." Yes, ma'am. Like that.
This is just Catholicism.
Yeah, exactly.
I just thought it was important to get the picture of the old women. They know.
No, that's exactly it. But yeah, so she's standing at the exit. So are you guys gonna kind of follow everybody else out?
Yeah, I'm trying to sneak out.
out.
We're in the back. We're up first.
You're the last out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people filed in from the front or out from the front.
Yeah.
Geth would like to be the one to go up and talk to her first. Between the four. So as the line
Yeah. You'll notice she's kind of keeping an eye on you as she's greeting people, because you're sitting in the back row and she is standing right behind the back row. And so she's kind of glancing over to your side of the temple and like making sure that she is keeping track of your where you're going. So if you want to sneak, you can probably try to, but she seems to be watching you, making sure that she gets a chance to talk to you before you go.
Geth is going to make direct eye contact with her and smile, like a little solemnly, like, and then he's just gonna wait in line for his turn.
Okay. Yeah. As you guys approach her, you're some of the last people. You'll see the priests behind you are cleaning everything up, and she's gonna say, "Thank you so much for coming to our service. My name is Tilva Talzanta, and I'm the head priestess here at the Church of Eldath. I know that based on recent events, you've been treated perhaps with not the utmost kindness, but we would like to. We don't want to make hasty judgments. We understand that there's an ongoing trial or ongoing investigation, and that I would like to let you know that you have friends within this town."
Geth bows his head to her. It's very much appreciated. Our situation is a little skewed at the moment. It's my word, but you'll have you kind of have to. I don't know how to phrase that. I can assure you, we did no harm to Egrin, and his death and will be a void not only with us but also the town. So we very much appreciate your good graces.
Yes, thank you. I heard about your slaying of that horrible boar, so I would like to thank you for your assistance in our fight against the unworthy. We don't condone violence, but we understand it's necessary. So thank you for your service to the Church of Eldath.
No thanks is necessary.
And
That's a
yeah,
statement.
have a have a very pleasant night. And she's gonna kind of grab you by the arm somewhat aggressively. You'll notice Geth, and she's gonna like lean in close and just say, "And Eldath and peace be with you, son," and then release you and let you go.
He's gonna hold on to her hand a little bit longer. Tamora wishes you well, wishes you a good day as well. And then he's gonna.
And you'll see her face drop from the fake kind of smile that she had going, and she'll glare as you pass by. She's not saying anything at that point, but
My goodness.
and you'll walk out into the cool, damp mock air.
Yeah, as you wander outside of the temple, you'll see people kind of standing in little groups talking. As you come out, people definitely look at you and point. And it's dark outside now. It's nighttime for sure. The sky is lit with stars. It's a beautiful night outside. But you are standing outside of the Temple of Eldath. What would you like to do?
It's about that time, friends. We
Ready
got
to go?
Yeah, it's we've put it off long enough.
Are y'all taking off for the Seawolf? Is that what I'm hearing?
I believe so.
Do you guys have a preference on which path you take? Whether you go through
Oh,
the island with the blank theater past the odd library there, or would you rather go past the palace and through the other way?
Palace. Geth would personally like the palace.
Agreed.
Zon.
Agreed.
Zon Eris. We got 2 votes for
Zon.
walking left.
Eris doesn't care. Zon?
Dawn, you
Hey,
there?
Democracy.
Yeah. I'm good. We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, we-
Something I don't pick
yeah.
out.
So you guys walk out of the theater, you take a right, you pass by some a series of houses you haven't seen before. But then you make your way over a bridge and past these buildings you're passing on the left. I haven't mentioned this before. Seems to be a university of sorts, some type of education related building. But you make your way past that and continue walking again over a bridge you've passed in the past. And then past these yellow buildings you've seen before, you pass some more and you see again the blacksmith and the lumber mill until you're standing directly in front of a building, a large 1-story building with a sign hanging out in front of us where you see a wolf wearing a sailor's cap. Says the Sea Wolf Inn. And you'll notice there's no lights coming from the inside of the windows and no torch burning on the outside. But you made it to the Sea Wolf Inn.
Never, friends.
Geth is gonna hang towards the back of the group on this one.
Eris is hanging out behind Geth.
I will open the door. It's
Yeah,
I
you,
will open.
Zon, I imagine, are you second in line here, Zon?
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, Baracus, you grab the door and it opens no problem. You open the door and as you open it, it opens forward into the building, which doesn't make sense. I'm realizing now as I say it, but that's where we are now. Canon, the door opens inward. You open the door inward, and walk inside to a dark room. And as the door opens, you just hear creak, and you walk in, and you will see there is 4 candles in the room. 3 of them, as you walk in, are on your right side. Each one on a table, and at each table you see about 10 chairs sat around a giant circular table. And on the left, you see 1 candle sitting on top of a bar. You can tell it's a bar because behind it you see some bottles and some glasses, and you just see these 3 empty tables and the bar with a candle on it.
Hello?
I'm not here.
You're answered by nothing, but you're able to make your way further inside if you want. Also, you guys that have dark vision, which I think is half of you.
Yeah, Baracus and Aerith.
Yeah, Baracus and Aerith, you guys can see the full room. And the full room, it looks like a bar, except the difference between this and the Sea Wolf mainly is that the Sea Wolf, there was tons of tables. Here, there really are just 3 large tables, each with about 10 chairs in front of them. And on the middle table is a little placard that says reserved. But there's no one else in the bar right now.
Getting a weird feeling from this. In that case, actually, just real quick, I'm going to cast light.
Yeah, go for it.
There you go.
And then we throw in the chat.
Actually, I don't have the components for it.
What are the components?
A firefly or phosphorescent moss.
Yes.
Ooh.
You
Hey.
do not have the components for
Oh,
that.
I don't. Okay, JK, I don't do that.
Real quick though, Aerith or Zon, will one of you guys give me a perception check? Whichever one of you wants to.
I've been rolling bad. You got this,
Baracus.
Baracus.
Wait, Baracus, sorry. Whichever ones have night vision, dark vision, sorry.
Okay, what am I doing?
Perception check. Zon, do you not have dark vision?
No.
No, we've been over this.
Shit.
It's dumb.
Remember the Magman fight?
Now,
Zon
oh,
and
you're
Geth had to
right.
stay on the outside.
All I'm saying is now Brendan has cool vision. Yeah, as you walk in, Baracus, as you're kind of looking around, just kind of assessing this room around you, you see these tables with candles and everything else. At the back, you'll see the room is just kind of the entire bar is this room you see. It's relatively large. The tables are spread out pretty far. The bar sits on one side, and then directly in front of you is a door.
Okay. I'm gonna try this again. Well, I was gonna cast it to brighten the candles so that everybody could see.
Yeah, you're welcome to do that.
Okay.
It's only a cantrip. You can cast cantrips one after another. It just takes you. No, wait, sorry. Yeah, it lasts for a minute. Yep.
Yeah. And now I'm going to attempt to open that door with this candle.
So you're planning to walk across the yeah, I see what you mean. I see where it says it. Yeah, the door does not open.
Okay. So now I'm gonna go.
However,
I would use my mage chain to do it.
the door behind you flies open.
Okay.
Actually, the door behind you slams shut because you guys just came through it. But regardless, the door behind you moves, but the one in front of you does not.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna go up and hello?
Are you saying that like to the door?
Yeah.
Upon
Nothing. Oh, sorry.
upon Baracus like walking forward and the door slamming shut, Geth is gonna like rest his hand on his morning star.
When you are you like directly next to the door, like your face on the door as you say hello into this?
It's not on it. I'm just like, you know how you just knock on the door. Hello? Like I'm close, but I'm not.
Yeah, you're knocking on the door and you hear a gruff voice say, "Reserved table."
Yes.
Take a seat at the reserved table.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
With that, you guys all take a seat at the reserved table.
Yeah.
So again, this is a large circular table with 10 chairs. Tell me a little bit about how you sit around this table.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit off to.
You don't need to tell me a side. I just mostly mean, are you all sitting directly next to each other on one side, or have you spread out around this table?
I'm spread out around it.
You guys are spreading out. You're gonna each sit just at various parts around this large circular table.
Otherwise, it'd be weird, right?
Okay, so we got Baracus on one side, Zon and Geth on another. Aerith, thoughts? No shit, she's gone. I mean, Colby.
Oh my god, it's just like in the dream, Baracus.
Oh yeah, when
Where's
Baracus just
Baracus?
disappears for a minute.
Just out of there.
How much you want to bet Colby ordered a pizza that just got there?
Wasn't a
Well,
pizza, it was Whataburger.
Hey.
You were
Hello.
right. You were close. Aerith, so you guys are sitting down at the reserved table. There's about 10 seats. Baracus is sat by himself on one side. Zon and Geth are sitting next to each other on the other side of the circle. Where would you like to be?
Can I sit next to, you said Geth and Baracus together or no?
Yep.
Geth and Zon. Baracus
Geth and
is
Zon,
on the
yeah.
other side of the table.
Okay, yeah, I'll sit next to Zon.
Oh, perfect. So we have 3 people on one side and Baracus on the other side, as if you know what's about to happen.
Us 3 have been
Perfect.
through a lot together.
Yeah,
okay?
Brendan, I appreciate the picture because that is how it looks right now around that table. After about 3 minutes, you'll see the door open that you had just knocked on, and then very quickly close, and you hear a locking mechanism, and a small halfling probably no more than a teenager, rumbles out and says, Oh, well, let me get you each a drink real quick. Sorry about this. Just 1 minute. And he'll wander behind the bar and grab four and pour 4 pints of ale. Come over, give you each one, and say, "Okay, 1, a 2, 3, and a 4. One of you guys is on, right?"
Yeah, that one.
And there's an Aerith,
That's me.
a Geth, and then I think the last name was Baracus.
That is correct.
Okay, just making sure. And he's gonna shoot back to the door. And he's gonna go over to the door, and you're gonna hear. And then on the other side, you hear some whispering that you can't quite fully hear from your table. The door opens. The boy walks in and disappears, and then you hear the door close and a locking mechanism again. But you were all given 4 pints of ale.
All right. I'm liking where this is going.
Well, he had a job to do. So, do you drink from the ale? Do you sit? What's your plan here?
I don't touch it.
Yeah, no, Geth just pushes it.
Y'all are never gonna eat or drink again. You're
Not
done.
at all. Matter of fact, if we're being real, I spit in it.
Does anyone take a drink of the ale? Nope. No? Okay. Anywho, well, he worked very hard to get that for you, I guess, but it's whatever.
Actually, or a little bit on the ground.
Oh my god. In this person's bar?
Baracus, please.
They're wooden floors, so it pulls slightly on top of the wood, but after a few minutes, it dissipates into the cracks between.
There we go.
However, after about 10 minutes, you're going to hear some whispering from the other side of the door, kind of the, and then slight silence for another minute, and then finally the door opens, and out walks a wood elf female.
Oh.
Let's get it.
And she walks up to you and says, "Well, I'm sorry all about the way we had to go about this. My name is Jules Leaflet, and I thank you all for joining." And she takes a seat at the table. Here, I'll draw a circle for her as well. She takes a seat at the table here.
All right.
What?
I didn't see that on the map. That looks so funny.
It looks so awkward, yeah, because Baracus is off to the side. You could have all sat together. She could have sat opposite and talked to you. Anyway, Jules is going to say, well, I've been wanting to talk to you since the moment you made a name for yourself here in Mock. Would you introduce yourselves to me? I'm so sorry.
We didn't do it, you know.
You'll have to excuse my companion. He's a little
No. It has to be said.
Didn't you what did you not do?
Baracus, please.
Oh, so you're Baracus then. That's good to know. Then that would make you Geth, I imagine.
Correct.
The one who talks.
Correct.
And there's no mistaking Zon, Dragonborn.
Yeah.
And it's always good to see another wood elf, Aerith.
Yes, it always is.
So anyway, Baracus, what didn't you do? I'm afraid I don't understand.
We didn't kill him.
I know.
Oh. Well, I'm Baracus.
I know that as well. Yes, we wouldn't have called you in if we thought you had killed Egrin.
Oh.
Well, what
Why
can we
did
do,
you call it?
ma'am?
Oh, what was that, Zon? I'm so sorry.
Why did you call us here?
Right to the point, I see. So the stories are fairly true about you, I see. Well, I represent, at least for tonight, a group that has taken quite an interest in you because of the clear skills you have shown since you've been here. Yes, sorry. It's just this is an awkward experience, is it not?
Oh no, we get called into a dark bar all of the time.
He has jokes.
You say
Yeah.
that like a joke, but judging from the way you're dressed, that might be true.
My goodness. All right.
Geth nods and concedes and waves for her to continue.
I see that Jareth has poured each of you a pint. Can I interest you in anything else to drink? I'm not sure if there's any specific things you like.
You wouldn't happen to have any Red Axe sake, would you?
Of course, everyone does.
I would like a small little bit of that.
And the rest of you as well?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She's gonna make her way over to the bar and grab a bottle and 4 glasses and bring it over, an unopened bottle, you'll notice, and puts it on the table and says drink your fill. I'm having none tonight. And so you're welcome to pour yourself and make yourself glasses of the sake. Again, an unopened bottle, if that makes you feel better about the situation that you're in.
It does.
Yes, anyway, again, I'm Jules. And how was the service tonight?
Long.
Yes,
But
well, that sounds about right for Eldath for sure. I hope the wonderful priestess didn't make you uncomfortable by any means.
Geth kind of scoffs but stays quiet.
I mean, not me, but I don't think he liked it.
Well, the truth is, I've heard a lot about the 4 of you. Your actions on Yargos are not unknown to everyone here in Vikna.
Geth immediately puts his hand on his morning star.
Scimitar.
Everybody calm down.
No, I'm not.
We've taken an interest because of the good that we believe you guys can do. It was horrible what was being done in 3 Rivers.
Mhm.
And we have for years been working on seeing if there's something we could do about it. But alas, our population is mostly tied to Vikna. You see, I represent a group of people who follow the god Agma.
That explains the O.
Yes, it does, actually. And so you've seen us around town, I imagine.
But if by around town you mean the note attached to the boar's tail and the mysterious note that we received from a stranded dog, yes.
Yes, the dog was a very good boy, and he did his job. He's always been very good for us. As far as the note in the theater, we were not expecting you to be at the theater that night, and no one was meant to die. That was a tragedy of its own. But something had to be done about the stories that were being told.
You'll have to excuse my interruption, but I may not know your situation, but I'm almost certain that there's much better ways to go about it than releasing a giant wild boar into a fully packed theater. 2 lives are gone because of you.
That I killed Steve.
Yes, Geth, you're correct in saying that you don't understand our situation.
You say no one was supposed to die, but 2 died with us there. How many would have died without us?
Yes, and hundreds have died since you crash landed on the island of Yargos. Am I incorrect in saying that?
Yes, but they were asking for it.
Lives have been lost, as lives always are in war times.
So there's a war.
There's always a war, Baracus. But yes, there's a war. A bigger one coming, but the war that we have been fighting has not ended. You see, ever since the last Great War, pretty much every religion besides a few have been forced out of the continent of Vikna. Agma, being one of those that was one of the minority religions across the continent, has been reduced to merely small groups in a few cities around the continent, doing what we can to keep the world equal, fair, and remind everyone the importance of of knowledge and education and understanding history as it happened, not as it's told. You see, the three religions no longer represent the people, and they've merely become mechanisms for people to gain and more often control power within this continent. And it's time, and we have felt it's time for a long time that power returns to the people. Ogma serves as a vessel for us, and he has helped us and has been very good to us, but it's more than about just the religion of it all. You see, it's about returning choice to the people of Vikna. And I don't just mean the humans of Vikna, I mean everyone in Vikna. Stories from the past, this was a great continent. And we believe that it can be again, and we're just doing our part. Especially with the turbulence and the tribulation that's brewing between all the kingdoms. We do what we can. And sometimes what we can do, all we can do is interrupt a play that falsifies the facts or this or that, and we can't do everything. But these other religions seek to make people more ignorant, and that's not the path forward for civilization. Knowledge is the path forward, understanding.
So out of curiosity, what is your stance on Eldath and the basic stances that their temple seems to make?
Eldath has poisoned the people of this town. It has taught people about false gods, false testimony, false understanding of what the gods want from us. And it's numbed the people. I'm sure you've met some of the people of this town. Knowledge has left this town completely, besides those of us who have taken it on ourselves to hide in secret and follow something else. And the Temple of Eldath is partially why I brought you in today. I know that you guys are better than this city and this continent, this world, because you've shown it. You've freed dozens of people living in slavery. A few of our followers, and when I say we're a small bunch, we are. A few of our followers went on a sort of expedition type mission to the Temple of Eldath, and they haven't come back. Many of the people in charge of the Temple of Eldath, many of the priests knew our faces, and we on our own can't just go get them. However, we think that you might be able to, and we think you might be able to help the cause. I believe you actually know one of the people. Esvel from the library.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen her in over 24 hours now, and that's not like Esvel to miss. And so I come to you. We need your help.
Can I do an insight check?
Of course. What are you looking for?
I want to see if she's been entirely factual, or if she seems like she's like lying about any of the things that we've like heard from her.
Okay. You can't tell.
Okay.
She doesn't seem particularly to be lying, but you don't know or understand the struggle she's trying to talk about very well either. So more than anything, it might be your confusion more than understanding what she's saying. But she's gonna look at you and say, we need help. And more often the people of Vikna need help. We serve out of a few towns or a few cities right now, but we are small. But without us, then the only choices you have are the three kingdoms, and that can't be the only choices that there are in this continent. So what I'm asking for you, in return for whatever information or understanding we can provide for you, is that you help us free our friends from wherever they're being held in the Temple of Eldath. And in return, we can see what we can do for you. If you would like, I can leave for a moment so you can speak of it amongst yourselves individually. I can answer any questions. What can I do to help you with this?
It might be best if you left us.
Just for a few minutes. Just a
Of course.
few.
Make yourself at home. Help yourself to anything in the bar, and I will be behind that door. Knock thrice, and I will come back.
Oh, really quickly before you go,
Yeah.
do y'all have any communication with the other wood elves from Nairn or no?
I don't think anyone has any conversation with Nairn right now.
Okay, Aerith puts his guard down a little bit.
And she nods to you and says, but I have met other wood elves here in Vikna. And then she nods and walks away and makes her way into behind that door. And you are alone back in the bar, the four of you.
I was just gonna fuck up the house, man. I need to know. If we go in there, wands are waving, they might kick us out. And we lose the gold. I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, can you feel me, Aerith?
I feel you. However, I am intrigued. I don't know if we go in wands blazing, as you say, but we could at least look into it. I want to verify if this is the truth of what we're dealing with, because obviously something is going on. Because I doubt Egrin killed himself for no reason, and being the last ones with him, if they killed him for a reason, if he knew something, we'd probably be next. So I would like more information about the powers that be.
I mean, she got the whole party started when she sent the boar that I killed.
Yeah.
So
That we killed.
yeah. That's the thing. I mean, if we weren't there, like you said, they'd all be, well, a lot of them would be gone.
I just don't know if I trust her judgment. Simply because of the fact that they did loose a giant boar that did end up goring 2 people. And, Baracus was exactly right. More would have died if we weren't there. We just happened to be there and we managed to save lives. So I don't know how much credibility we should be giving to this wood elf. Because obviously they have a pretty roundabout way of getting what they want. But also because of that, I'm afraid of telling them no.
So it's a rock and a hard place, huh?
But if we want to talk about personal grudges, I don't appreciate how Miss what was her name? Tilva. I don't quite appreciate how Miss Tilva spoke to me on our way out. So if we were doing it personally based on a grudge basis, I am more than happy to help fulfill whatever this person needs. Her name is Jules, right?
Yep. Put in the chat.
All right. All 4.
Nope.
Help. I'll be willing to investigate. So I'm going to say yes for now.
Zon.
I'm cool looking into it. I don't really want to commit. If this whole continent is struggling with religious persecution, I'm not 100% sure what we can really do about that.
We're not saviors.
We ain't heroes.
Yay!
I think I'm kind of in the same boat as Zon. I don't think it's really our place to figure out why this continent has seen so much persecution, specifically for this minor religion that just got pushed to the edges, so now they're taking out vengeance. But again, personal grudges. I'd be willing to investigate. Eric?
I agree. I'm very much interested in finding out more before we commit to helping or not.
And Aerith, if it affects your opinion in any way, Jules is hot as shit as far as wood elves go. She's like,
Yeah.
100%.
Aerith is down.
You'll also notice that she is also fit, like fit, slightly darker skinned, as far as wood elves go, and very good looking.
Yes, does not care.
Nope.
He is a celibate man.
Well, whenever you guys are done talking, remember you just have to knock on the door 3 times and she'll come back.
I feel like we need to set some sort of boundaries with Jules. Let her know that we would be willing to investigate, but we would rather not sully our hands any more than we already have, and put ourselves in any unnecessary danger if we can help it.
Will you tell her?
Gladly.
Because I don't know about Aerith's judgment over there, if we're being real.
Hey.
Hey,
no more
by my
comments.
I like what's happening.
Just
Okay, now I smack Baracus with the mage hand.
Smacking people with mage hands.
You're not the only one with spells, so please remember that.
No, at this point, does anyone know I have spells?
I mean, you used mage hand and tried to slap Marshall, but I guess it was invisible and missed, so probably not.
Oh.
Help the air or something, right?
Anywho, this seems not important right now. So
All right, let's get it. I'm knocking.
Okay.
yeah, you knock 3 times. After a couple minutes or a couple seconds, sorry, the door opens and she slides out quickly, closing the door behind her fast so you can't see, and you hear the locking mechanism from behind, and she says, yes, and I assume you're ready to talk again, and we'll lead you back to the table and take her seat again, and says, so what are your thoughts?
Geth pours a little bit of the sake into his cup and then pushes it towards Jules. Please have a drink.
She'll pick it up, look at it, smell it, and shoot the shot back extremely quickly and put it down, unreactive to the alcohol at all in it.
My gosh. Need that, but continue.
So, we have agreed to, at the very least, investigate into your matter. However, we do need to set some boundaries.
Of course.
We, as far as I am concerned, or as far as I know, do not personally believe that we should be involved with Ogma's ascension back into the continent's place. I don't personally follow Ogma, don't know of their practices, and I don't think my companions do either. So we would prefer not to try, not to get into any official business aside from the investigation into the missing persons.
Of course, and I can tell you, at least to me, and I know to many of my friends, Ogma is merely a means to an end. It's not about the religion itself, it's more about the ideas that come with it. But I understand where you're coming from, and of course, that's more than okay. Right now, we need help, and if you can help us, we can help you in return, and we can talk more about what you need from what we can give to you in the future.
Fair enough. We would also like to try and not be put into harm's way if necessary.
Of course. Yes. The temple. I know you guys attended a service, and I can tell you what we know about the temple before you make your way there.
Any knowledge is useful, but again, we will if we meet any sort of resistance, we may very well instantly drop our investigation. Are you willing to chance that? We refuse to sully our name any further than we already have in this town. We're already on barely stable standing with most of the townsfolk, especially after this service, considering most of it seemed to be more of a front than anything else.
I can tell you that your name sits higher with the people that matter than you think. Half speaks highly of your friend and thus seems to think highly of you. And then she will say, what I know of the temple is that underneath it from our expeditions in the past, there's a sleeping quarters where many of the priests sleep at night. There's a storage room underneath as well as some other room that we have never been able to get inside, but we believe that's where they're keeping our friends, some followers of Agma, including Esvel. However, there is also one priest who stays awake at night so that people can come at any hour to pray at the altar to Eldaf. Although not many people do go at night, there is someone that's supposed to be awake at night. But besides that, everything else is underground, again, where there's a sleeping quarters, a storage room, and then some sort of other room that we've never been inside. But they don't lock the front doors to the temple ever.
Thank you for the information.
Thank you for coming here. I know a letter tied to a dog is not the most effective way, but we try to stay out of the sight as much as we can in Mock right now, because it's not safe for it's not as safe as place as it seems. In addition, if you have any other questions about Mock or about the things going on here, or even about Vikna at all, I am happy to answer those for you.
Is there a way we can get into contact with you once we have finished our investigation?
The Sea Wolf also doesn't lock their doors. So make your way in, knock 3 times, and someone will answer.
Preferably Jareth. I appreciate that little man.
Jareth is here quite often. But you knock on the door and either I will be here or someone can get me for you.
Do you have any other companions here or husbands or anything?
No shame.
She laughs and says, normally I'm pretty busy. So no, to this point. There's a few followers behind the door, and there's a few others spread throughout the city, and as well as several spread throughout the continent.
Okay.
You said there were a few more behind the door?
Of course.
Are we allowed to meet them? I assume they're other followers of Agma.
In time, I obviously can't, as much as you don't trust us, how do we know we to trust you? But you've impressed the people that matter in town.
We know our 4 faces, but you expect us to trust you blindly, you alone, and not the rest of your people.
I guess you don't have to though, Geth, but we wouldn't have come to you if we didn't have to, and if we didn't believe we could trust you. And in the end, you all have to make the decisions for yourself.
Can I do an insight check?
What are your insight checking?
Whether or not she actually trusts us.
Yeah, go for it.
She doesn't.
Go Death.
She doesn't have a choice, and that's what comes off clearest.
So it's not that she trusts us, it's just what her last hope.
It's not that she doesn't trust you or doesn't trust you. She herself clearly cannot finish this mission on her own.
Okay.
So she has made the choice to trust you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with your partner's choice to continue to hide their faces when we've been tasked with such an ordeal, but I guess we we have no other choice but to trust you. We've given you our boundaries, and you seem to be able to respect them if anything happens. So personally, I am willing to go through with our investigation.
I can tell you one last thing of note to us. If you see anyone with a mask, a long beak on it, they are one of us too. So keep that in mind. And she'll make her way back up away from you guys and say, now, ideally, you guys go tonight because we don't know how long the people have. And then she nods to you and says, is there anything else before I go?
Do you have any information on the god Malchus?
That's for when this is over, and I can tell you everything you need to know about Malchus.
So that's a yes.
A resounding yes.
Okay.
And she's gonna pull from underneath her coat a mask that she will tie around her head. You will see it is full-fledged plague doctor bird mask, and she will not go towards the door she just came out of. She will come through the door to the entrance to the Sea Wolf and walk away into the night. And you are left alone in the room with just the 4 candles, and that's where we're gonna end for today.
Sounds good. My goodness.
Great session, you guys.
Yes, sir.
We'll pick up right here this beautiful Sunday night in the city of Mock next Wednesday.
Go.
Test.
So great job. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. You are not leveling up to level 4, if you were curious. I know you guys have done a lot since you've been in level 3, using your new level stuff, but you were not leveling up to level 4. You didn't almost survive a dragon. That's the thing about what happened at level 2. Yeah, no,
You were so far away from
you were
surviving.
not- you also didn't see, you never even hit him. No one ever made an attack on him. Marshall
We encountered the dragon and we're alive. We survived.
It wasn't real. That's the part.
Yeah, it was definitely fake. Yeah. I'm just messing with you. You're alive, so clearly you didn't die.
Oh, and I'm taking notes now. And the notes really are Jules lethal, Ogma hot.
That's all that matters.
Ogma's not the hot one. Jules is.
Her name is Jules.
Comma. There's a comma. Ogma.
Ogma, comma, hot. That's what he said about Jules. Jules' name, and then Ogma, comma, hot.
Okay.
Modron. Yeah, that is the dragon's name, if you were curious.
All right.
His name is Modred.
B, was that just to me? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Modron was the dragon's name.
I'm so sorry.
They had it written.
It doesn't matter,
It's
but
okay. It's-
we did say it to you, and there's a recorded version of us saying it to you, so it's not like you couldn't find it. With that, I'm gonna stop the recording.